iiRcadians assemble! Welcome back to the iiRcadians. First guest I would like to bring on tonight, the person that got me into the iiRcade, introduced me to the iiRcade, one of my favorite YouTubers, P-Dubs, is legit.
Let go. I have you now.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Okay. So let's also bring on Glenn.
I love the empty chair. The empty chair is classic. Classic P-Dubs. Empty chair.
Classic P-Dubs. You missed your cool intro, bro.
P-Dubs, he spent like
I wasn't ready to get
the intro.
Let go. I have you now.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Empty
that was
chair
better.
had the
Real life.
force of P-Dubs.
All right, I had to go downstairs and grab some stuff. My apologies.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So what's up, guys? The iiRcadians is back. Got
welcome back.
The superstars of YouTube on here. Glenn's Retro Show and P-Dubs Arcade Loft. Thank you so much for coming on the iiRcadians.
Very happy to
P-Dubs,
be here.
my whole journey started with you talking about the iiRcade. So it's kind of coming full circle and you're on the show. And
Thanks.
this is a show just for the fans of iiRcade. I'm just a fan, you know, watching you over time, maybe want to do YouTube, and now you're on the show. So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And thank you, Glenn, for being here as well. Let's bring on some of
Your
our
check's in the mail, right? You sent the check.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Okay.
the check of nothing. First person I want to bring on is a teller of truths, the keeper of truths. Let's bring on Kev Gret.
What is up, everybody?
What's up, Kev?
P-Dubs in the house. It's like my first or second time on stream with P-Dubs.
Yeah, man.
What is up?
You're looking skinny, man. All that
know.
golden tea pushing that
It's like
trackball.
He's getting skinnier and I'm getting fatter. What's going on?
I'm at 48 pounds as of yesterday.
Nice.
So,
nice.
yeah. With all the people coming on today, I had to get real compact. We're gonna have all stars hitting the show, so we got to get the windows nice and small.
Next
What's up,
one,
Glenn?
What's up, man?
we're going to bring on Brooklyn Menace. He does the Friday Night Arcade. If you're looking for a cool place in the community to come hang out and play some games online, check out the Friday Night Arcade.
Just kidding. I just wanted to be cool like P-Dubs. What's going on?
What's up, BM? What's up, man?
Doing good.
And of course, we have our favorite Jason.
So tell me again, where's the lake?
Right there.
And where's the summer camp?
Right over there.
I'll take it.
Now, I am obligated to disclose that the previous owners were murdered in this house.
Whoa, buddy, quit drilling. You already struck oil.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
You know, it would be great if CT Jason was actually here. Oh, here he comes.
Okay.
Is he coming?
Yeah, stall for time, Papa Brad.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's add some more people in. Another person in the iiRcade community. Let's bring in Jeff Rainwater.
Jeff Rainwater.
I'm actually here.
I know, and he's actually on camera.
What up, guys? Man,
Out from
feel like it's been
exile.
forever.
There's CT.
There's CT.
You're muted, CT.
No, I'm not. I'm here. I'm fine. Papa Brad, don't worry. I had a couple of cancelers out in the back I had to take care of before I started, the show.
Uh-oh, he's mocking you, CT. You better take him out.
You better be careful. I'm watching. All right, let's continue.
Why don't you introduce the next person?
The next person. All right, let me see who we got here. I gotta check shit. Oh, let's bring in Mikey J Productions.
All right.
Mikey J.
What? We got a full-on reunion here tonight, everyone. How you guys doing out there?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Great to be back with all you lovely folks.
Looking good, Mikey.
Thank you, sir. You are too, Jeff.
Thank you.
We got
about 1,000 people in the chat room too. They must have seen that Kevgret was going to be here and said, "That's it. Kevgret's there. We're watching."
It's my fault.
I know. Let's just bring everyone in. We've also got Herb Wars. If you haven't checked out Herb Wars on YouTube, he's got a cool channel.
What's up, everyone? We're on a panel of all-stars here.
He knows about retro games. If you're into
What's up,
games,
P-Dubs?
It's incredible. And I want to introduce someone from the retro community. My favorite person that I listen to, Retro Arcade Music Man.
Retro.
Hey, everybody. Hey. Everybody, how you doing? Hey, good to see you guys. Oh, is my camera not on? Should I reveal my face? You want to see my face, everybody?
Do
You're going to get sued for copyright.
Okay, here you go. Here's my face. Oh, what the? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. What is this thing? How you doing, guys?
Hey, Retro. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
What? This is an all-star lineup. Look at this crew up here. I mean, come on. We're packed in like sardines today. Wow.
All squished.
And
I can almost touch Kevin over here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to be here, guys.
Don't pick my nose, Jeff.
So we had the first review of the Gold Cab come out from P-Dubs, and I thought it was an amazing review. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the review you did, P-Dubs?
Well, you guys tell me what you guys think of it.
Well, I'll go ahead and chime in there. Yours is the only review on the iiRcade Gold Cab that I've seen thus far, P-Dubs. And as always, a very solid review, very good. You know, you're always bringing your A game. I got to give you a little bit of grief about the 7.5, though. A little bit of grief.
7.5 seemed a bit low, but
I think that's a fair score for the state that it's at right now until they do further firmware upgrades and enable more stuff with it. But he did a great job, very well filmed. And I also watched all of Glenn's. I watched his whole
Someone watched the video I did?
Actually, we have a highlights video. We have a highlights video of Glenn's highlights from his reveal of the Gold Cab.
The first thing I saw was that lit up button, and I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh boy, a lit up button, how exciting! And then I watched the rest of P-Dub's video, but that button was something else, huh?
That's a pretty cool light up button there. It looks
light up button.
What's cool too is the button is shaped differently than the other buttons on the cabinet. So,
well, I liked we did mention Glenn's video. You could really see how the speakers are not
audio.
The speakers are like actually facing forward, but it's like a faux.
Is my mic working?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. And I thought P-Dub's video was really good editing. That was like I think back to a couple years ago when I did my original iiRcade review, and then I look at P-Dub's review and I'm like, this is like, look how far we've come as a community and like the quality of like the reviews. I'm like, dude, this guy's got all this camera shots and the music going with it. I'm like, dude,
did you like the space lights I put behind the Space Invaders cabinet? Did anyone even notice? Did anyone even notice? I tried to add a little effect.
What was good about Glenn's?
Did the artwork not all matching together lower the score a little bit for you?
Yeah. I mean, I put at the end of my review, I put down the opportunities for improvement, and all those combined, I had to dock them about 2.5 points out of 10. And guys, 7.5 is a good number. It's a
get him off here. Get him off.
It's a solid product. No, seriously, because if it was a bad cabinet, like let's just say the Arcade 1-Up Pac-Man 40th anniversary, you know what I mean? Like the score gets even worse. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a good score. What you have to remember when we're reviewing these products is you have to not review it about what it could potentially be.
Right.
And iiRcade has been riding for the last 2 years. This is what it could be, right? And you have to review it. What is this product today out of the box? You know what I mean? And there are some opportunities for improvement. Now, there are some good things happening, which I'm sure Michael will talk about tomorrow. But for instance, you guys know on the back of the monitor where it's kind of hard to plug in that cable into the back of the monitor, and that was a pain point for me as well as for Glenn.
Yeah.
It's going to come pre-plugged in on the back of the monitor. They're going to
wow.
Wow.
They have to change it after the review. That's awesome. So they're listening.
So they heard feedback and they don't want anyone to accidentally damage that cable or the pins. So instead of it being plugged into the control deck when it comes out of the box, it'll be plugged into the monitor already, and you just plug it into the control panel.
They'll probably do better on the Qbert gold cabinet, is what I'm thinking.
There you go. There you go.
What you're saying is they're taking steps forward. They're improving with each iteration. When other companies, go backwards.
Right. And also, if you want to put me full screen here, Brad, you guys remember the marquee wasn't so glossy? That's also going to be fixed as well for people when they get their cabinets. So the marquee looks like hell with this camera. It's not the marquee, it's the camera.
Yeah.
But you remember how it's got kind of a matte finish to it? Well, they got something that'll make it a more glossy finish that'll be coming out as well. So what's really cool is they're listening to that feedback. You know what I mean? They're making changes.
Nice.
I'd like to say hello to a few friends in the chat. Mitchell B, Steps Gaming, Ashley Bradley, Paul, Raven. Who else is in there? Butta. We got Butta in there. Paul, Prince Malcolm. Thank you for coming to the show. Of course, Goofy Foot, Punk Rock Dave, Sheline. Good to see you. Who else we got?
Val O'Connell.
Welcome to the show.
Nice.
So, let me just say real quick, P-Dubs, I'm not busting your chops about the 7.5. I actually agree with you. That's a solid score. I just know we're sitting on a panel with. Raise your hand if you'd give it a 10. Come on.
Nobody.
Here's my question.
Not yet.
Nobody.
It will be a 10 when I release my products for it. Then it'll be an 11.
When the GRS is on it, we'll give it a 10.
So, P-Dubs, my question. If you rated the gold a 7.5, what would you rate the version 1?
Base.
Well, the version
in its current state.
In its current state, probably a 7. Probably a 7 in its current state.
So 0.5 is for the you did mention in your review how much better the sound is, which is kind of like impressive because we already know like how loud this is, but you said it's not only loud, it's really clear.
Oh yeah. It sounds like literally like you're watching a movie on your TV, and you got a really nice surround sound system that's really clear, really crystal clear audio. That's what it sounds like. Whereas the original iiRcade, it's just friggin' loud. You know what I mean? Like it's I haven't heard any popping, any distortion, nothing.
No hissing.
No hissing. There's no hissing at all, which is beautiful. And man, when if you crank this thing, like I've only played one game above like 75% volume, and I'm kind of scared to go above that because it's even then. I mean, although it's clear audio, it's like too loud. You know what I mean? Like you could hear it, like my neighbors can hear it next door, and I only have it at 50%. You know what I mean? It's a loud cabinet.
So I got a question for you. In your review, you went through and played certain games at like 75% volume or 50% volume. I would be interested to see the same game on Gen 1 and versus the Gold Cab at those same volumes, if it could show up, sound-wise.
So the hard part is how do most of you guys watch YouTube? How do you guys
on your
watch
cell phone? Yeah.
on your cell phone?
TV.
So for instance, my review.
Big TV.
Yeah, my review got, a couple thousand views already, but I guarantee you probably 90% of people watched on their cell phone, right? So you're not going to pick up the bass and all that. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to record all that. People who watched on their televisions with, like, good speakers probably got to hear a little bit of the bass coming through, but You know, it's recording sound and trying to demonstrate it. It's difficult. You know what I mean? Because if you're watching on your cell phone and you ain't got no bass on your cell phone, it's gonna sound the same. You know what I mean?
Right. That's true.
If you're watching on your cell phone and you ain't got no bass on your cell phone, it's gonna sound.
Sorry.
I watch YouTube on my baby Cade.
Hey, P-Dubs, I have a question. There's no options in the settings, right? That JBL sound is locked into the factory. You can't alter it or make any changes from an app or anything like that, right?
Nope. There's no like equalizer settings or anything like that. Not yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they add that in the future.
Yeah.
But it's not there today.
Also, I just have one comment about where they put the USBs. Am I the only one who stares at that USB that's sitting in the middle of the cabinet? It like draws my eyes to it for some reason.
Well, you know what? It doesn't have to stay that way, because what it is the USB port is on the back of the PCB, on the back of the cabinet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what it is it's a USB extension cable that you plug in, and they have a pre-drilled hole in the front of the control panel with a screw cap. And Glenn, you can speak to this. And you just screw it in. That way you could have the ports in the front. But technically, you can relocate that anywhere you want.
Nice.
Yeah, Michael's saying that there are settings in the settings. There are actually advanced settings.
Really?
That's what Michael's saying
For
in the chat.
I did not see him.
There you go.
I did not see him.
Well, jukebox mode I know has EQ and stuff built into the jukebox mode.
Yeah.
But is he talking about just for the cab in general?
I was asking about the JBL. I wouldn't be surprised if Michael didn't put something in there so you can equalize it.
Yeah, we'll have to take a peek. Glenn, did you see that? I didn't even see that.
No, I don't think there's anything there yet. But it's something they could probably add in an update. I mean, it's just software control. But real quick, what P-Dub said before about the USB, I talked to John about that as well, having those two ports right in the front there. It's kind of like a magnet that kind of pulls you towards it. But there's reasons that it's there. Can't get into it right now, but there are reasons why those ports are there.
Don't hold back on
you
us,
could,
Glenn. Come on
absolutely.
Now. We know you know
back.
stuff.
Like P-Dubs will tell you, the ports in the back of the unit, you can put them anywhere you want. I mean, you don't have to leave it where they are.
Can we play that clip of the USB demo? Can you run that, Brooklyn, from Glenn?
Oh, sure. So, Glenn did make a video. If you haven't seen it, we're going to take a
Glenn
look
actually
at it
has 3 videos. Go check them out at Glenn's Retro Show.
No one watches my videos, but thank you guys for
I watched them all. They're excellent. Now I'm completely comfortable with my machine.
Glenn, I started your video right now. I started your video at 8 a.m. and it got done right at lunchtime. It was perfect.
Hey, I'm ready to build it now.
I watched the whole 3-parter, but if you haven't seen it, let's check it out together.
Game on.
Hey Game Gurus, welcome back to the channel. Doing another video here on the iiRcade Gold Edition. First video was building the bar top. The second video, because it didn't arrive in time, was building the base. So we now have the unit complete. We're showing Dragon's Lair, which is obviously the machine that I bought. But one of the key things about the iiRcade is it does have HDMI out. Now I know we've done this in the past, but I want to show it to you again on the new machine, that the secondary monitor was one of the things people remember back with Dragon's Lair back in the day. And it's something you can do here on the iiRcade. Very easily just plug in an HDMI monitor into the back of the unit and you have dual displays. Whether you have one of these or 10 of them, when you purchase the game once, it can be downloaded and installed on all of your machines. So all the games I had on my original iiRcade is still there. I was able to import them here without any issues. Once you log in, you just download them to the machine and they went fine. But in addition to the wireless, which is better, at least from my standpoint and my experience, they do have a wired Ethernet, which I think is still even better. It's always, if you're going to be playing games online and stuff along those lines, you really want to have a hard wired connector. I did include it here. Now, one of the other things about this new machine that is a game changer for iiRcade, and I'm very happy that they listened and did this, we have these 2 USB ports on the front of the machine. Now I'm going to exit Dragon's Lair just for a second, hold down the pause button here, take you back to the main menu. Now I'm going to show you something here real quick. So I have here a very inexpensive, I think I paid, I don't know, $6 at eBay for an NES clone with a USB on it. So it's just a regular NES pad. I'm just going to plug it into the top port right here. Of course, I made my top and bottom. I think it's supposed to be side to side, but I want to be different. So you plug it in. I'm not going to touch the controls here, but as you can see, I'm pressing right and left, up and down. So it looks like they now included, joypad support. Again, this is a very inexpensive, cheap, garbagey controller, but it does work. And it looks like you can go into the game, I hope. It's able to launch. I'm not sure all these buttons are select right here. They're not. But again, this is very early, and I'm just trying it out. This is just a regular NES pad. So I'm going to unplug this one here. And they also have a very inexpensive, cheap Super NES pad. So I'm going to take this one and now plug this in. So again, I'm going to plug it into the USB port, like so. Just give it a second to be recognized. And again, it's just a clone NES controller, nothing special about it. But I'm going to press the controller, and you can see once again, it is accepting all of those. Let's go to one with more menus here. I go up and down. I don't know if I can get it to Dodo. I'm going to just press some buttons randomly. Again, the machine has to be set up with, oh, I got a button that worked. And I'm getting into the game. So let me turn up the volume here a little bit. I do like some Dodo. And I have to put credits in here, a coin. Oh, it took it. Can I play Dodo? Oh, got the credit. Oh. Dodo working on the cheap NES pad, my friend. And I died already, so it didn't help me at all. And I'm going to take my buttonhole spinner. Now, my buttonhole spinner or my version 2 spinner with the 12-in-1 board should work just fine. But let's see, I'm going to plug this in as well on the main menu. Give it a couple seconds. And you can see a mouse cursor appears. And you can see I'm going to turn it. And they are supporting my spinner, which is pretty cool. So I'm not sure what games they're going to come out with. But when they do, look at that. We have some GRS stuff working right out of the box. So it's kind of cool. The spinner's working. It's plug and play. I'm going to plug it out. Get out of that for a quick second so that's working. So another one we want to try, obviously, is the GRS trackball. Now, this is version 2. The version 1, 2, or 3 should work. Let's find out. Now, since we're using the version 2, I do have to use my 12-in-1 board right here, which makes it USB compatible. So let's plug that in, and let's see what we get. You see my trackball lit up. I have it set to green right now, and there we go. You can see the cursor once again, and I can move it in all directions. So again, iiRcade is supporting, it's one of my partners supporting my product. So again, I'm not sure what games they're going to come out with, but as you can see, my trackball is working, my spinners are working, and of course, the SNES control is working. That's all I want to show you about as far as those controllers go. I'm going to give you a little shot of the back here to kind of see how I set up the monitor right here. So I'm going to do a quick little magic trick and show you guys the back of the unit of the iiRcade Gold Edition, baby. Okay, I'm trying to line up as best I can. Again, haven't done any wire management. I'm really just looking at the machine and trying different things out. But you can see right here, we have the power button. We have the USB, which goes to 2 USB ports on the front. There's a line out for audio. There's HDMI out, which I'm plugged into the secondary monitor at this time. We do have the joystick ports, which again, I said in my initial video, I did find it a little difficult plugging in that cable. I kind of hope in the future they'll plug it in here and you connect it to the front of the unit. Here is the antenna, which is giving me much better signal than I was getting previously. Then we have our LED light and our 2 speakers, and there's our 2 speakers right back there.
Okay, just want to add, even though I tested all these devices, there's no guarantee that any will continue to be supported or supported at all. I guess other than the GRS trackball and spinner, which Jong has said he will support. With the game pads I tried here and the keyboard, there's no guarantees it'll actually work past my testing here. It'd be great if it is, but no guarantees. I wonder.
Oh yeah.
And now imagine they make. Oh my goodness! What is that? What?
That's my buddy P Dubs. We got the feed for the P Dubs.
Getting some foot pictures.
That is so gross. That is gross.
I got that from Nostalgia. Nostalgia sent that to me. He said he liked it.
All right.
You guys are gonna make Patrick vomit.
So, Glenn, I just want to say, if you want to put me big screen, somebody, real quick.
I got you.
Anybody?
Back there on the Atari 12-in-1, you see
Yes.
GRS spinner and trackball. And I'm telling you guys all out there, Glenn makes the absolute best peripherals for whether it's Arcade 1-Up or iiRcade in the business. And, I mean, it's good news to hear Glenn is involved.
I really appreciate
Same thing
that.
behind me. Spinner and trackball.
Yep.
You actually took
Absolutely.
that cabinet from a 5 to a 10.
Absolutely.
I know. I mean, I'm already using Glenn's Retro Show parts right now on my machine, so I know
I
what
really
I'm getting. It's
appreciate
going to be
that.
awesome.
I have them on my machine. I've got them right here.
I'm glad to hear that because it's 4 years. It's hard to believe I've been doing this now 4 years, making these things, and I've been reaching out to all the companies, and out of all of them, some have been a little less receptive, maybe more borrowing, if you will.
A little bit more borrowing.
But more borrowing. I can't think of anything at all, but
That's good.
the iiRcade, they
No,
really
you're talking
want.
about the company that makes the Tron controller that breaks in half when you use it. That company?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And I will say though,
Thank God
the
for
original
Glenn's
doesn't
Retro Show.
break. The original don't break. I'll say that.
Good.
But iiRcade John reached out to me one day because we talked even before he released his first initial cabinet. I told him, I said, John, the key is you can't have everything with a joystick. There's too many other different types of games, style of games. That's not how they're meant to be played. And he said at that point in time it was too late to really do anything. The product was too far along. I still made some modifications to the machine, but with this version here and Bluetooth, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that when you're playing a game, you're playing with the right controller. And I'm going to be honest too. Patrick mentioned it a moment ago about some of the items, but the bat top joysticks are an absolute improvement over the old ball tops. If you look at my old videos in the iiRcade, I always complained about those ball tops being a little too soft. It was too easy to move in too many directions. I was constantly being wiped out in R-Type, which is a game that I love. These new sticks have heavier weighted springs. I mean, you'd be surprised how much of a difference that can make. It's much, much better. And I tell you right now that I've been working with Jung for a while now. We have big plans coming forward. I can't talk too much about other things, but the trackball and spinner initially are going to be the ones that are coming out. And you guys are going to like what we're doing. And I will say that we have different ways of adding them. Because I know some people complained about they don't want to have, a trackball sitting next to the control panel. We have options. So that'll be coming really soon. I'm hoping we can announce something like in the next few weeks.
That was what I wanted to ask you, Glenn. It's like, what? I mean, I just see you holding a trackball like this, and it's like that's great, but nobody wants to play Breakout like this.
No.
So,
No.
I mean, how's this going to integrate it?
Well, here's the thing. If anyone who knows me at all, if any one of you guys know me at all, I'm all about I have to pay Zhang when I do this. I thought of it first, but he copyrighted the experience.
Here
so
we
I got to
go.
pay him $5. But that's the thing. So if it's not, if you have to think about the controls, you have to think about holding the controls, you have to think about any of that stuff, you're not engaging the game. You know, the controls really should be completely transparent. It's just a way for you to interface the game. So I will say that we're going to have different ways of connecting it. You guys will be very happy. I'm telling you right now, you guys will be happy with one of the two options we're going to do. If you don't like the first option, you'll definitely like the second. If you don't like the second, you're going to like the first. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I trust you, Glenn.
We're good hands. In some of the reviews, it was talked about how it plugs in, and then there's a USB cord that goes to those two outputs. So why couldn't you just disconnect it from those and have a control deck that it plugs into, that it runs that way?
Right, exactly. And that's one of the reasons why, Zhang wanted those two in the front was again, there's different ways we're going to be doing this. One option is to actually mount to the front of the unit, and it would interface those two ports right there and like kind of clip on. So that's a possibility. But also, you're kind of now extending further away from the machine when you do that. So, Zhang might get mad at me. He may be mad at me. If you guys are all friends, he's probably mad at me. But
he's not mad. He said, "Tell you." He's in the chat.
It's okay. You're on the iiRcadians. It's okay.
I will say that I even said way back in the At Games days and the Arcade 1-Up days was you need to have interchangeable control panels. Right. That's really the best way to kind of do it if you really want to do it the right way. So that's one of the options we are going to have. I'm just going to take it right now. Would be literally replace the control panel, and that opens up a whole new good things. Again, I can't go into details about the different types of controls that are coming out. But
control panel, yes.
But I think overall, when you look at the machine, like the Dragon's Lair, I mean, PW, I originally was going to get the Space Invaders. I'm not going to lie. I was going to get the Space Invaders. I love Space Invaders. One of my favorite games. But when I freaking just looked at the artwork on Dragon's Lair, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I got to get the Dragon's Lair machine. It's a beautiful machine. So when you put these other control panels on it, you don't want to take away from how that machine looks. When you're going into your game rooms, if you have all the arcade 1-Ups lined up and iiRcades lined up and Yak Games lined up, you want people to look at them and go, holy crap, look at these beautiful machines. You don't want something that sticks out like a sore thumb with these controls hanging off and looking bad. So you want it to kind of look as elegant as you can, like it's part of the machine. So
I'm so happy right now, Glenn. I could
right. So even with the interchangeable control panels, I'm doing my best to make sure that same type of artwork and laminate and everything that iiRcade does to make the artwork and control panel not rub off when you touch it, because that does happen with certain things. We're going to make sure we have that same type of quality artwork. Again, if I'm putting my name on it, I mean, if you go to the, I can't even think now. Don't get old, guys. Amazon. Oh my God, Amazon. If you look at Amazon, I have almost all 5 stars. That's because I care about the product. It's not just I sell the machine, sell the part, and I walk away. I test that thing. I make sure I'm happy with it. If I'm not happy with it, I don't release it. I make my team go back and make changes to make sure that stuff is done the way I would want to get it if I'm paying my money for it. Absolutely. And then on top of that, as you guys have also probably seen, our prices go down. My Star Wars yoke was $250. We got it to $199, and for a while we got it down to like $169. We had again chip prices have kind of affected. We had to go back up to $199. But for a while there, almost like a few months, we had it down to $169. And if we ever can get prices down as low as we possibly can, we're not here to make money, which is kind of stupid because I probably spent more money out than I've made. But I'm here for you guys. I'm here to make sure you guys enjoy the games. When I die, and it's going to happen one day, when I die, I want the new generation to know how to play the games the right way, not just with a joystick. You can't play Arkanoid or Star Wars, the arcade with a regular joystick. That's not how the game's played. You need the right controllers, and that's the experience. That's the way the games should be played.
Worth every penny, too.
I got a question then. So, do you think, and maybe you don't know this yet, if they're going to have like swappable control decks that are going to be like nice art that goes with it or whatever, do you foresee maybe some kind of a bundle deal with it? So like, let's say they get like a Golden Tee. They can have a Golden Tee skinned cabinet. They have your trackball control panel that comes with that cabinet as an add-on or as part of the bundle kind of thing. Or is it going to be like you buy the stuff from GRS and you buy the stuff from iiRcade, or is there going to be like bundles?
I'm going to answer as John would answer. There's always possibilities. No. Initially, it's going to be you'd buy the iiRcade from them, and then there'll be links off their page to go to us to purchase the additional items. For now, of course, as things change, as the future, no one can say for sure. I'd be more than happy to do it with him that way. But the way we've set it up right now is you would buy his machine, and then you would go to our site to purchase those additional add-on control panels or individual parts, because we're going to be doing it both ways. We're going to make ways where you could simply attach properly just a trackball. If you just want that, maybe you don't want the whole control panel, or you want a spinner just for you only like an Arkanoid type of breakout type of game. But we're going to offer both. But for right now, they would be independently purchased, not the same.
See. And that's what pops into my head, the realm of games that are possible here. If you think about like the Donut Dodo, there could be like a brand new retro feel of a game using a spinner, using the trackball. It's going to be way cool when it's all said and done.
It's going to be way cool. And I know that I'm waiting for Space Invaders as well. I saw Steve said he's ready for Space Invaders. Lucky P-Dubs.
Yeah, and they did a beautiful job. Again, they did it right. I mean, P-Dub showed it in his review. They got the backgrounds you can change. You can change even on the fly. But Space Invaders needed that background. I mean, it really does. It gives that effect. And I take my hat off to them because, Arcade 1-Up they could have done it. Even the Disc of Tron is missing the background. I mean, come on. They're running. They could have put it there. So hats off to P-Dubs for really focusing on that part of the review, because I love the asteroid in the background or the things in the background. That's part of, again, I have to pay John $5, the experience. Trying to make it
experience
make
and they're listening. I'm glad P-Dubs got it first, because now my iiRcade, when I get it, it's going to come better because they're already making changes to it to improve it.
Well, that thing, again, P-Dubs said it before, and I said it in my video too. Out of everything, it came packaged great. The assembly was as easy as pie. But the one thing that really bugged me and took the longest time was that cable, because of the way the board is on the back and the way it's angled. And it was wasn't like horrible, no. But it was like 5 minutes of pain trying to get it in the right way. Well, it's not necessary. Now that they're going to put the cable on the back of the machine and going front, it's much easier to connect to the controller. So I take my hat off to them listening to P-Dubs and me, or P-Dubs and I. I'm not good with English. But that's the type of thing John does and iiRcade does. They really do listen, and they will move if necessary to make a corrective action, and he proved it there.
Yeah, so for instance, the light-up marquees, expect a fix there for them to be a little bit more glossy and shiny, and also and all that. Here, let me switch my camera. I want to show you guys something. Remember how Michael mentioned in our live chat that there's an advanced audio setting? Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah, sure. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
I can switch to my capture card here, so let's check that out.
Exit stage right.
And does my microphone still work?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so I did not notice this the first time around, but if you navigate all the way over to settings and scroll down, we have advanced options now. And right here, here's the audio setting, so you can go low, medium, and high. We have the gains on high, so that's really thumping. Having the HDMI port on or off, and then also you can just hit this button to turn the marquee on or off on the fly as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
I don't want to turn off the HDMI because then the capture card will
Right.
But this is new. This is a new thing that I did not notice, so my apologies. I missed it. It's just kind of buried in the settings. It's
nice.
just kind of buried right there. So pretty cool.
And I will say too, I know
awesome.
P-Dub said it before, that with the machines that we got, the marquee is more of a matte finish, not a gloss finish. I don't mind it. I actually like it. But they are going to make it to match the rest of the artwork. The artwork is glossy. And Mike and John both took it seriously. They didn't even realize it was coming out that way. They guess the samples they had was one way, but then when they started shipping, it's more of a matte look. Again, it doesn't look bad. I think Peter will say as well, it doesn't look bad, and I actually like it, but it doesn't match the glossy look of the rest of the machine, so it's something they are going to fix.
Okay.
So
I think most people that have it are going to leave the lit marquee on most of the time, but it is good that you pointed that out, so when it is off, it kind of matches the rest of the cabinet.
So, P-Dubs, I got a question for you. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm just looking at Space Invaders.
That's
know.
what my question's about.
Yep.
I'm just curious, how many times, whether it was on YouTube, in your comments, or on the iiRcade community, one of the Facebook's groups, have you had to answer, when are we getting Space Invaders? Just off the
way too many times. Way too many times.
I've been reading your posts, and I'm just like, man, you got to be sick of answering that question.
Well, it's only been a year since they announced it.
Yeah.
How does it play, P-Dubs? You're one of the lucky few that have actually played the game.
Yeah.
How
How's
does
the
it
buttons, the
play?
joysticks? How's that?
Mind that the way I got access to it.
No, you can't hear you,
The mic
P-Dubs.
is a little bit low.
Wait, where's his mic?
I think you got to push.
Done?
Yep.
Hold on.
Okay.
Audio. What about now?
It sounds
Yeah,
better.
there you go.
We can hear
Sounds
you.
Yes,
We
sir.
can hear you.
We
We
good
can
now?
hear you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I'm
cool.
glad they didn't rush it. They took their time, and it seems like we're going to get a really good version.
Yeah. So if you get Space Invaders, there's a code for Space Invaders in the manual. So I entered the code on the phone app.
Playing from owner's
And what do you?
MacBook Pro.
And
What's
what do you
the
know?
code?
And what do you know? The game downloaded. And of course, what's really cool about the iiRcade is if you get the game once, you have access to it on all your iiRcades. So I was able to put it. I have it on all my machines now. And then, of course, I talked to Michael then from iiRcade, and I was like, "Hey, I got access to the game. You want me to show it off?" He's like, "No. Taito, we gotta wait on Taito. Taito's got to give us the green light." Like, guys, the game is ready to go. I saw
It's killing me.
there's a guy in the iiRcade community. There's a few of them actually. I like to call them conspiracy theorists. You know, those guys who think like the arcade companies are out to get them. You know what I mean? Like everything is a screw job or a scandal. And sure enough, I saw another post today where he's like, the reason we haven't seen Space Invaders gameplay is because the game isn't finished yet. You know what I mean? And like always just stirring the pot, bunch of shit stirs. What's funny is, guys, I can tell you this, the game is ready to go and it's fucking spectacular. The problem is they're Taito, they have legal contracts, dates, they have to wait for the permission. And once they get that, the game will be released for everyone. And I think you'll really, really like it. I really like playing it on this cabinet. I really do. It's really good.
I have a
And the
question.
really good thing about Space Invaders is, and the iiRcade is the base. Those Space Invaders move with a bomb. It's got to sound great. Personally, Dubs.
It does, especially when you plug in a subwoofer. Oops, sorry. Did I say that?
Michael, I see you in the chat. I have
Did I say-
Space Invaders Gold ordered.
Did I say
Better
subwoofer?
not take that code away before I get mine.
Yeah.
I have a question about the version of the Space Invaders because we've all played different ROM sets, but this one seems to combine every single ROM together to be the most definitive experience of Space Invaders. I don't know if Michael's still in the chat, but did he have to, like, whose idea was it to combine all those different ROM sets? And did they have to get specific sign off from Taito to actually do that?
Well, I mean, I can tell you right off the bat, they didn't do anything without Taito signing off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Taito has to approve everything.
But I've never seen a ROM set that combine, like a Space Invaders version that combines everything. Like, you don't need any other.
Well, it's not so much the ROM set. Like the background stuff were added through a mirroring effect. So that's just artwork being added. But the actual ROMs
Colors.
themselves are really not too different.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can confirm what they're saying that it's all on Taito because we saw Space Invaders finished. Michael showed it to us back in like March. So I mean, it literally has been waiting on Taito. So all the conspiracy theorists can rest on that one.
How exciting!
Okay, Brooklyn.
I can't say too much, but what I can say is that this is not just a matter of them just grabbing these old ROMs and throwing it. There's more involved to it than that. So,
Look at that.
This game. No, wait, now the
That's
Space
actually
Invaders in
the
my
best
home.
version there is. 112
This
game
is where-
variations.
This is
Yeah,
where it
amazing.
started for Papa Brad.
Yep.
And now I'm going to have a version of Space Invaders, a great version to have in my arcade. I'm stoked.
How
First arcade
exciting!
game I played.
Space Invaders is back. Space Invaders
is back. Let them land.
I got so excited. I
Come on,
played
Taito,
Space
let the
Invaders
Space
that
Invaders
night.
land. We're ready,
Dude.
I have
Show
great
Michael's
memories
comment, 'cause
of
that's
when
what I was
Space
trying
Invaders
to
first
say.
came out. I'm sorry, I'm talking over everybody. Go ahead.
Oh, I said show Michael's comment. That's what I was trying to say, and he's said it more
Yep, this ain't no ROM, and yes, we have to get heavy permissions from Taitos. That's important to remember.
It's just gonna happen. It'll be.
You know what's
there.
gonna happen too?
And-
You know what's gonna happen in the iiRcade communities, right? Space Invaders is gonna come out. Everyone's gonna be excited. It's a beautiful version of the game. You guys are gonna love playing it.
What's next?
And then what's gonna happen a week later? What's gonna happen a week later?
What's next? What's next?
There's no games.
What's next?
What's next? There's no games to play.
Well,
What's next? You know,
when you get Mortal Kombat.
Space Invaders is in AAA.
That's not going to happen. Wake up.
It's
gonna
happen.
That's not what an
put in
iiRcade
a
is
lot of
for.
work into this. Yeah. He put a lot of work into this. This Space Invaders. What you guys are going to see on this cabinet, you guys should be thanking Michael at iiRcade because this is his baby, and he put a lot of work into getting what you guys are going to get on this cabinet. So
Right, and there's a big difference between having a ton of games, like thousand games versus some good quality games. There's a difference there because you can put on coin ops on there and you got 10,000 games on there, but how many do you really play of those games? And iiRcade has a pretty good mix of modern and classics, and like Donut Dodo, I can go on to that one forever. I love that game.
We'll save the Donut Dodo because we're going to talk about Donut Dodo in a minute.
Well,
and we got that in our next segment.
Space Invaders specifically, I mean, people griping about games. I mean, that's the #2 selling arcade game of all time. So I'm sorry, all the Mortal Kombat people and Street Fighter people of the world. No, Space Invaders is more AAA than even those. So you have to at least give credit where credit is due. Only Pac-Man is ahead of Space Invaders.
Yeah, it's a big win. It's a big
and
win.
with a subwoofer, you can't go wrong, right, P-Dubs?
That's right. That's right. With our little audio outports that are on this device, you can really just bang away and play Space Invaders like you never played it before. Speaking of which, I got, before you guys pivot to Donut Dodo, I got a couple of things here. So I've been starting to accumulate topper ideas for the Space Invaders cabinet. I'll show you guys a couple of things right here. So obviously, one of the easiest ways to go is what Glenn already did, and that's just put a monitor on top of the cabinet, especially if you want to play like Dragon's Lair and have it mirrored and all that stuff. So you could do that easily. But if you're looking for some stuff, obviously, you guys got these, what are these guys called again? Funko Pop guys?
The Funk Pop.
Get them with Target? Was that Target?
Yep. So these guys are pretty funny. But I went a little nuts. I found this on eBay. You guys will be able to find them. There's plenty on eBay. It's the Space Invaders. All right.
Wow.
Now, do you know what's interesting about this? You know how this thing has two shelves on it?
It's got the front and the back. Yeah.
This thing is the exact width of the cabinet. So
that's perfect.
Yeah,
That's a topper.
It fits perfectly. So we're going to put it on right now. We're going to do it right now live.
Right now
right.
live.
Oh,
Right. That's
This
right,
is
live.
it, baby.
Let's do it. This is
Someone
it.
play a drum roll.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. Do it.
I'm always wondering, P-Dubs is up in that loft. Does it get a little extra hot up there in the summertime? I got to ask him if he's got like an extra air conditioner up there or something. He can't hear me yet. Hey, P-Dubs.
What'd you say, buddy? What'd you say?
Does it get hot up in the loft? I mean, it's hot up there. Do you have an extra air conditioner going in the loft in the summertime? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, I live in Arizona, so the way they have it, if you have 2 floors in Arizona, you have an air conditioner for upstairs and a unit for downstairs. So I have 2 units. So,
good. As long as you're cool.
Yeah, but I have solar panels, so my electric bill is maybe $30 a month. So, and that's in the summer. You know what I mean? Like,
as long as we're doing show and tell, my Space Invaders unit also has a light up marquee as well.
There you
go.
go.
That's pretty exciting.
There you go.
So there's mine.
I can't show any
Yeah.
gameplay on the stream unless
Now the real
Taito
question
approves.
It needs to be Taito approved.
Can you get a topper for that?
Right. It's very tiny.
4-way or an 8-way gate on that RAM?
Oh, it's already making noises.
I was at Hobby Lobby and I picked this up to put on top.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
Hobby Lobby's got
$8.
some great stuff for those who don't know.
Lots
They
of
got
people
Lobby's
ready for
awesome.
Space Invaders. Let's have it land.
Hey,
We're
quick
ready.
question about Space Invaders. Is there a leaderboard on that?
Yes, it
Oh,
will
that's a
have,
good question.
leaderboards.
So I guess
it'll
you're number
have
one right now.
Well, there,
Get it
well,
while
like
you can.
well, there's a lot of games that the leaderboards aren't active until it's live for everybody.
Oh, okay.
So I can tell you this: it's not active, but it will be when they release the game. So
Nice.
they've done that before on some other games that they've released that had leaderboards where they send out like an advanced copy to press before the game is released, right? The leaderboards didn't turn on until everyone else had access to it. So
Luckily, you won't have to wait very long because Brad, get your starburst out. Let's do this.
are we gonna detonate it right now?
Let's detonate it right now.
I don't know, Jeff. Why don't you detonate it?
Let's get
I had
Michael
Taco
here.
Bell.
Get
I
him
can
on and
detonate
get
it.
him
Give me a
going.
second.
You can detonate it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
We got nothing. Thanks for the troll.
They don't give us the starburst.
No. Rexer says Space Invaders goes to 9,999 and everyone flips it. How are they going to handle that? I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably one of
getting
those.
that high.
I accept
we'll
that
see
challenge.
we'll see if anyone can get that high.
I
Rexer, you need to
accept
get a
that
cab.
challenge.
It might have like a star next to it and then change the
Herb can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herb can make that high score for sure.
I don't know, man. Space
Oh,
Invaders
man.
is a hard game.
The challenge goes
I'm
out
gonna
to
leave
you.
mine at 0 and say I flipped it 50 times.
Yeah.
Jong should send a Space Invaders unit to Richie Knuckles. Have him
Yeah,
have him play it and do like a live stream topping his high score, and I bet people would love that video. So yeah.
Awesome. As we know, the iiRcadians is all about community. This is a community show. We have a video sent in to a member of our community from Danny's Game Room. This is about Donut Dodo. And let's watch this video, and then I want to have a discussion about it.
Hello, everyone. Found an interesting game for my iiRcade a couple of days ago, and I just wanted to do a quick review on it. This is the exact type of game I was looking for when I bought the iiRcade. Games that are modern arcade games, arcade games that didn't exist in the past, but are modern versions of arcade games that feel like an arcade game. And by that I mean they have attract modes and they do high score lists, and they start from the beginning, so they're not like campaign based. Because a lot of the games on the iiRcade feel more like, not counting the arcade games, but a lot of the modern games that are on the iiRcade feel more like console games, right? If somebody comes over to my house and they want to play a game like, where's a few of them, like Rising Hell, if they want to play a game like Rising Hell, they're going to pick up where I left off, right? Round Guard and some of these other games are the same way, where they feel like a game that's designed to be played on a console. But Donut Dodo, as you'll see, feels very much like a modern Donkey Kong, or just something that you would have seen, some platformer that you would have seen in an arcade. Great attract mode. Look at this. It's like this totally feels like a game that existed back in the day, but it was made in 2022. And I absolutely love it. It's so great. I'm not good at it yet. Hopefully I can just get us through the first screen so you can see the second level. I haven't even made it through the second level yet. I'm terrible. But I'll try to get better over time. So the objective is to pick up all the donuts, avoid all the bad guys. You'll get a donut that flashes, and if you can get that donut, you'll get bonus points. So we got 175 points for getting that one, 300 for getting that one. There's also a piece of fruit that pops up right there. Oh no, Stinky. So Stinky can jump over the things, and you can't jump over him. You can jump over these other guys, but you can't jump over Stinky. I'm just going to grab all the donuts real fast, if I can. Oh, I got to try by him again. Dang it. I'm not even going to make it to the second level like this. No! Get away from me. Oh. Man, that was terrible. That's terrible. Okay, we'll do it one more time. That's bad. Y'all got to see the second level at least. All right, let's do it again. We'll just grab all the donuts real fast. It's not an easy game, which is great. It's like the iiRcade 8-way stick is not ideal for this game. It would be better if it had a 4-way stick for this kind of game, because you do sometimes get a bad controller input where you'll climb a ladder or something that you didn't intend to. Oh no! I knew I was going to walk right into that like a big dum-dum. All the great attention to detail. Great construction level. I mean, slightly different bosses because you'll have mobs. You'll have the little fireball come out. He'll chase you around. Stinky's gone. Boy, I'm just terrible at it. Anyway, I'll practice some more on it. Try to get a little better at it. But this game has single-handedly saved the iiRcade in my game room. So between this one, and I did find another one that I'll do a review on later, a little motorcycle game that's pretty cool. It kind of fits the bill as well. So the more of these kind of games I can find, the better the odds of the iiRcade hanging around in my game room. So kudos to the developer. Looks like Pixel. Great game. Hope to see more like this. All right. Hope that helps someone. Thanks.
Okay, so
nice.
Dodo,
That makes me want to try that.
To me, is definitely one of the first banger games of this year. I mean, it's definitely the standout game.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. We even got Retro into it. He doesn't even have an iiRcade.
Yes, it is available on Steam, and it is available on iiRcade. The next 2 games we're going to talk about are available.
I have it. I have it because of Papa Brad, actually. I can play it right now. I got it on my screen.
Hey, Brad, it's also on the Atari VCS, too.
And it's on the Atari VCS. Awesome.
So I want to give a huge hint to people on this game, now that there's leaderboards, because I've seen so many people like make videos on this game, and you guys are all playing it wrong. I'm saying right now, everyone I watch just goes from donut to donut to donut to donut. Don't get any donut if it's not flashing.
Yep,
that's how you get high scores.
Hey, Jeff, have you seen this screen? Because I have. Have you seen this screen, Jeff? I don't think so, buddy. Where are you at on the leaderboards?
Yeah, there's 2 ways to play. You can go for the score, but I agree. Get to the end.
Well, okay, that's.
But you're right. You're right.
Are
you should only go for the. You should only go for the flash and donuts. The flash and donuts is how you get a good score.
Brad. I haven't
I
seen
gotta
that screen
disrespect
either.
Jeff like
I haven't seen it.
That is a challenge.
Glenn
And if
is
you call yourself
absolutely
a retro gamer,
if you
unlock
want to get
medium,
to the end,
then try to unlock the speed mode.
Yeah, if you're trying to get to the end, fine. Just grab every donut that you can. If you're trying to get a high score, get the flashing donuts, because if you get one that's not flashing, it resets it, and you can get way more points if you just get the flashing ones.
And there's a lot of truth to that, because if you go for the flashing ones, your score is better and you get more men. And when you get more men, you get further. So definitely follow those flashing donuts. But Donut Dodo, I'm going to say, it's definitely, I mean, that is a game that is saving the iiRcade for a lot of people. It's a great game.
And there's no time limit on each board, so you can pretty much take as long as you want and go for that flashing donut and go for those points.
And look for the patterns. The patterns are recognizable. If you get the patterns down, that'll help you as well.
Yeah. What a love song to 80s arcade games, too. What a love song. I mean, Donkey Kong Jr., Popeye, Donkey Kong.
This is
the fruit from Pac-Man. It's brilliant.
The people that are that they want to crap all over iiRcade games and all this.
Love song.
Donut
When I saw this game at first, I was just
Game's
like, oh, okay,
a
whatever.
banger.
But then once you play it, and you're like, whoa, this is really fun. And that's what is frustrating about when you hear all these people that are like, oh, there's nothing good or whatever.
I don't even know.
Play this game,
and
then tell me that it's not fun. Because once you play it, then you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And you got people out there that are just like, I'm not going to play, games that are crap because I don't need to play it to know that it's crap. Play the game, and then you'll know.
And I
It's
think the
basically what
perfect-
people have been begging for. They've been begging for a new
A
arcade
Donkey Kong.
experience, and that's what they brought us.
They want Donkey Kong for at home. Well, this is the next best thing. It's a love letter to 80s arcade games.
It's got good graphics. It's got great music and sound effects. I love the state's music. It's great. And the difficulty level is just good enough where it's not easy to beat, but not so hard you don't want to come back and try it again and again and again. It's like a very
It's got
good
the
balance.
Donkey Kong magic. It's hard, but it's fair. Like
You got to
know,
pay attention. You
Wait,
gotta
be
pay
hard.
attention.
whoa.
As long as
Who
it's
says
fair.
Donkey
It's not
Kong
cheap.
is fair? Donkey Kong is like the most brutal, unfair game there ever was.
No, but there
And yet,
are
it's
rules
awesome.
to Donkey Kong. I mean, there's definitely rules to it.
You get chased by a toilet in this game.
Which
Well,
I
you can
appreciate,
clean it
'cause I'm
for
a
6
plumber.
months. What do you think's
So-
going to happen? It's going to get up and chase you.
Am I the only Donkey Kong 3 fan here?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I like
It's
that.
Oh, it's
Now,
good.
even though Donut Dodo is such a great game, for me, it would not even be close to being as good as it is, not playing it on a stand-up arcade cabinet, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
This is
the
the
type of game where you
perfect
wanna
way to
play
play
in
it.
that arcade.
I did
type.
cringe a
the
little,
perfect-
Glenn, when you pulled out your NES controller and like, Donut Dodo at the NES. I'm like, what are you
Well, here's
doing?
well, I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Here's the thing that a lot of companies are kind of forgetting. Even Arcade 1-Up is kind of forgetting as well. There are people who can't stand up in front of these machines. Right?
Me.
So now you can
That's
put
true.
this on the arcade. You can sit down if you unfortunately can't get in front of the machine for some reason, and you can still play the game. What if you break your leg? What if you couldn't? You broke a foot and you can't stand up. You can still enjoy playing the game. So again, it's about options, and I do like that. So I agree. The experience of playing on the machine, like P-Dubs and I are doing, you guys are doing in front of the machine, but there are some people who simply can't. Why deny them the game? Why deny them the iArcade?
That's an awesome point. Like guys like Angel
Absolutely.
Otero, right?
Correct.
Like,
He's a very
he
good
might
friend
have
of
been
mine.
Like, I'm never gonna get an iArcade, but now he can be like, I'm gonna get one now, right? Like
Exactly.
that could be what gets them to buy one. Is
Right.
It's just more options, right?
Or what if it's a 2-player game, and one of your friends is like Pigpen from Charlie Brown, and they stink? He could be 5 feet away from you with the controller, and you could be on the machine, playing here, and he's all the way over here, and not stink up the game.
Glenn, we
So-
don't have friends. Come on now.
That's true.
But seriously,
But we're all playing it
people like
wrong.
Angel, because I know Angel, he likes the machines as well. Of course, you get the iArcade. You could just get the bar top if you wanted, but he has other family members that may want to have that stand up, and it gives him the option. And if anyone doesn't know him, how do you not know Angel Otero? He does beautiful marquees for your machines. There's a lot of great things. Check him out. But he loves this genre of games, and he should be able to play it just like the rest of us.
Yeah, if you're gonna play it the right way, though, make sure you have like pizza grease on your fingers. You're standing up straight. A little soda. Got to
So,
play it the right way.
Donut Dodo coming out has kind of like sparked up the conversation of a lot of people wanting more of these type of
retro
games
modern
on the
games.
console.
Well,
And,
but you guys remember Shovel Knight?
iArcade, take the
Remember
leap
Shovel Knight?
now and get them.
And
Start
Papa
getting them.
Brad has a video here that he'd like to play, showing an example of another game that we think would be great on the iArcade.
Oh boy!
So what do we have here?
Galacticon.
Galacticon. It's like Joust and Defender together. It's a new game. Check it out. I'm not gonna
Ready
interrupt.
Player One.
Ooh, baby, that hurt. There he is. Where he is? There he is, coming from that way. I gotta get him. All right, we got him. Hell yeah! This game is going for $5 on Steam. Just came out about a month ago. The house is full in the middle there. Ah. Oh. Okay, get you, guy. I got you. 2 people in that house. It tells you where the man is coming from. 2 people in that house. I'm not that good at this. But I tell you what, it's a lot less stressful than Defender. Ooh. I gotta get you. Yeah, there we go. 3 in that house. Come on, house is full now. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, I gotta get you. There's one else. 3. I got some battery. Here's the last guy. And we go on to the next stage. Come on, baby. Go up. Go up. Return to your ship. What do you think of this one? It's going for $5 on Steam. It's a new game. I think we can pull it off, iiRcade. I know Papa Brad's like the only guy that watches my videos. Thank you, Papa Brad. I had a pleasure hanging out with Brooklyn, Menace, and yourself. We had a good time. Late night stream. Level completed! Hell yeah. That was a lot of fun. I'm going to cut this video short. Cuddles out. Hey, we had a good time here tonight. This is a great game. It's like, not Galaga, it's like Defender and Joust made a baby. Take care.
Put those little guys in the in their little caves. What do you think of this game? Is it fun?
Yeah.
Would it be good on the iiRcade?
Yes.
Come on, this is the game we need. This is like combining Defender and Joust. Let's do some Galacticon. Here we go.
Ready, player 1. This is Papa Brad's Gaming, and he's playing Galacticon.
Smart Bomb. Now, these kind of games that pay homage to classic arcade games, we need more of this. This is the kind of thing I want to play on an iiRcade.
I'm buying this today.
I'm
buying
love
this today.
Game. Try to get it. Try to get it if you can. If not, it's on Steam right now. If you like retro modern games, check this one out. It's an excellent retro modern game. It's fantastic.
Wow.
I'm gonna play it on my iiRcade.
First time I've seen it, right here. That's nice. You hear those Space Invader noises and those Defender noises in there? That's crazy.
So good. What do you think of Galacticon, P-Dubs? You've played it?
Yeah, so I got it on my Valve Steam Deck, and it's a lot of fun to play. And what's funny is that game, and there's another game, like if you like Dodo called Annabelle. I don't know if you guys have played Annabelle on Steam or anything.
Yeah, check that out.
It's another game that like it should have been an arcade game back in the day, kind of like Dodo. I love playing those on the Steam Deck, so I would love to see Galacticon on the iiRcade. I think that would be a big hit for people who bought Dodo. They'll probably buy Galacticon. So.
This is a no-brainer. It's fantastic. And I want to play it with arcade controls. I'm dying to play this game on an arcade with arcade controls. It's
standing up.
Perfect for it.
Standing up with pizza grease.
There you go.
Well, we did get another kind of modern retro game that just came out. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Retro Highway. Who's played Retro Highway here?
Oh, I have not played
this
yet.
I've never played that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check out some Retro Highway, and then we're going to talk about the game. This is Papa Brad's Gaming, and today I'm going to play Retro Highway, a game just released for the iiRcade. This is a retro-themed racing game. It's one of those motorcycle games where you race until you crash. You collect coins, which you can use to get unlockables. You have 3 main upgrades. You have a coin multiplier, a magnet, and a shield. And those are all going to help you when you're playing. You'll see them in the game. To move through the tracks, What you want to do is you want to complete goals. My goal I have to complete this time is to make it to 1,500 meters. There are trucks with ramps. You can jump off the ramps and do stunts. Reminds me a lot of Sega's Hang On series of motorcycle games. The graphics definitely have that Outrun type feel, Sega feel. You're, ooh, good. Got the shield. Shield gives you a little bit of crash resistance. All the power-ups, though, they only last for a little while, so you're not gonna be able to get a power-up and make it through the whole game. Ooh, that was close to the bridge. There are lots of hazards they put in your way, so you gotta be careful with the ramps. Sometimes the ramps will send you right into a billboard or a bridge. 6 different levels, including a moon level, ice level. There's all different kinds of levels that you can unlock as you play. The way you unlock the different tracks in the game is by completing goals. My goal right now is to make it to 1,500 meters. I'm going to try to play it really safe, because if I can unlock that goal, I can make it to the next track. Oh, come on, so close. Let's do it. Let's do it. 1,300. Come on, let's go. Let's go. No, come on, you gotta get it. Yes! Yes, I did it. Challenge complete. Alright. Now look at that, the moon base is unlocked. So now I can go to the next track. It's the moon base track. That track was called Emerald Hills.
Red Barn looking hard driving.
Oh, here are all your tracks. Cool. So you got Emerald Hills, Great Desert, Moonbase, Rocky Mounts, the Downtown, and Candyland. 6 different tracks to choose from. Okay, wow, look at this. This is cool. Oh yeah, you fly really high in this one. So this one has bouncy gravity. This is so cool. Okay, let's see how high I got. Whoa, look at that jump! That's sick. I'm gonna unlock Daredevil. Okay. Okay, let's see what this motorcycle ride's like. Let's try a different level. Let's go to the map. Let's try the Great Desert level. We saw the moon base level. Okay. Select play. Here we go. Now we're on the desert level. Ooh. I think I still got the 4 ramps. This is cool. Oh, there's intersections. Cones, there they are. Got the cones. So the different levels have different things that you need to unlock. So like the cones weren't in the moon level. They were in this desert level. This is crazy. So you get 4 ramps.
How did I not know about this? Is this on iiRcade now?
Okay, so let's talk about Retro Highway. New game.
Yes, available right now.
Today. Things I like about this game: it's an arcade
If you
style
like Sega
racer.
games, how can you not love this? It's fun.
Tribute to Hang On and Outrun with the graphics. It's got some cool 16-bit sounding music. I like that. It's a race until you die game. It's much better than Motor Rush GP. Much more playable, much more fun. I like that you unlock things. You have 6 tracks you can unlock. You have a ton of different motorcycles you can unlock. Focus of the game is finishing challenges. You can boost to hit the ramps, which helps you do stunts. The coins that you get while you play the game can be used to purchase upgrades. I do like the leveling system. Unlocking the levels is done by completing challenges. It tells you 3 challenges to complete each time you play. The soundtrack does very much sound like the Sega Genesis. I think this is a fun, cheap game. It's for $5.99. Am I going to get $5.99 value out of this game? I think so. So I'm going to have to recommend it. I like it. It's pretty fun. Retro Highway, check it out. It's only $6. As you play, make sure you use the 3 different power-ups. The magnet, which pulls the coins to your motorcycle. The shield, which gives you a little more protection. And the coin multiplier, which increases the value of the coins. But if you like retro arcade racing games, check this one out. It's worth playing. Only $5.99 on iiRcade. It's available right now. Come on, Brooklyn.
Got it.
Wow. I didn't know about this game. How did I not know about
I
this
know.
game?
People are sleeping on it. It's an awesome game. Check it out.
I gotta say, like, when I remember games that are like this style, I think like Rad Racer and stuff like that, where there's very few frames, and it would always frustrate me because all of a sudden they'd be like, boom, and there's like a car right in front of you, where you go over a hill and instantly run it. This one, it seems like it's got a lot of frames. It's really smooth, and you see the cars coming from a long way away. It seems like it would be a lot more entertaining to play this.
I mean, the game's available on the Switch too, and it's a good game. Who here's played it? Besides
I have.
me?
I'm buying it right
What do you
now.
think of it? I mean, like, that's my opinion of it. What do you think of it, Herb Wars?
Yeah, Herb.
I kind of like it. I like the fact that you can unlock different bikes, and then there's the different challenges that keeps you going. So, I mean, I'll be honest. I've only played it probably 45 minutes at most, like 5-minute spurts. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Definitely worth $6.
I almost passed on it. Then I was checking out some reviews about the game, and it had decent reviews, so I tried it out. And yeah, I like anything that you can do while leveling up, or you have to do challenges. It makes the game interesting. I think they did a good job of capturing that kind of retro look.
And this is definitely a retro modern game, you know? I mean,
a lot
it's
of people have
definitely...
been referring to it as like it looks like a cell phone game, because there's a lot of there's games on cell phones that look very similar to it. But again, I wouldn't play this game on a cell phone, but playing it on an arcade cabinet is what makes it fun for me.
I just bought it.
We'll be looking for your video. Don't play it wrong.
I have not played some of these other newer ones that are on here too, like this Another World and War Room and
Another World is a really good game, and
that's
that was
a-
originally designed on the Amiga back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Fun game.
And check out Annabelle too. Rainwater.
That's not on here.
Oh, okay.
Annabelle?
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah, someone
Is Annabelle on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys
So-
should check that out. You should pull up a video of it. Here, I'll try and help you out here.
Okay.
I wanna see
So, more retro modern games, definitely something iiRcade could do. We got another old school game. We got The Legend of Kage. We can hold that. I do have a video that was sent to me of a game that is in development right now that we could check out.
Sure.
Let's play that real
Let's do
quick,
it.
Brooklyn. This needs a little parental guidance, though. So if you got little ones, maybe cover their eyes for a second. Coming to iiRcade.
I'm not looking.
Nothing funny over there. Nothing funny over here.
Hey, SpongeBob, how's it going?
Patrick, banana peel, go!
What did you say?
Woke up with my toolie, what they do? Meet me in the alley with the troops. I got red shooters, I got blue. Let that thing down and point at you.
Oh no.
Hey, what the?
Wait a minute, Patrick. Please stop.
Smash Bowling.
Hood Story.
Oh.
Just give me a game of the girl dancing. I'm on that.
That's what I'm
All on
talking
that.
about. Hey, we could skip the bowling
Hello.
game. Let's get to the strip club.
Yeah.
How many genres
level
are
up.
in this game?
Yeah, you got to level up on that one.
That's an interesting mini game for sure.
All right, I kept saying Annabelle. I meant to say Anna Lynn. My apologies. But if you
Okay.
like Donut Dodo, look for Anna Lynn on Steam. This is another one that I would love to see come to the iiRcade. I mean, it's just it's got that Donut Dodo vibe, man. This thing actually came out last year, and we'll get a good shot here of the gameplay in just one second. Right here, here you go. So as you can see, this is a lot of fun. If you like this kind of game, I think you'll be a fan of. I think you'll be a fan of this one. I think this
It's
would
like
be another good
Mappy
one.
and Pac-Man.
Yes,
Oh, and Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Man, we're
Yep.
sure giving
Yeah,
Neko
looks
a lot
cool.
of homework today, huh?
Yeah.
Poor Michael.
He's
You
probably
got your
taking
notebook
notes.
bad, Michael?
I'm just saying, retro modern games and iiRcade go together like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, we just need more of them.
This is the perfect
And
kind
these
of
are games that people that love retro games are going to love.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we would love more modern games. I'm one of the people that wants to see more modern stuff on the iiRcade, take advantage of that hardware.
Mhm.
But I know there's a big chunk of the audience that wants games like Donut Dodo plus all the retro classics. So that would be a game for that audience, right? And I think they would like it. So check it out on Steam. I liked it. I think it's cool.
It looks great to me.
Yep. Yeah. It's only like a $4 game as well, just like Donut Dodo. It's a cheap game. So
yeah, and that's what I like about these games. They're not expensive, but they have a lot of gameplay value for the money too.
Yeah. That's the bread and butter of the iiRcade you should go for sure.
So is that what you think? Like, do you think it's more important for them to focus on these newer games that have the retro style, or to find like some of the classics out there?
Actually, I was talking to Kristen Steps, and something she said that I thought really I liked was, they should focus on getting 3 solid AAA games like within a year, like 3 big titles that they know they can run, that they know they can successfully get, and just get those and make sure they're perfect. I mean, that would be great for the community, and maybe if they did it in advance, they could even like let us know they're coming so we can be excited about it. Like Space Invaders. It's too long waiting, but get some of those really high level games. We don't need a ton of them, but we need a few to look forward to.
But if iiRcade says they're sitting on 100+ games, what are they waiting for? That's the question I have. I mean, I understand there's licenses that they have to wait for to get approval, but you said you're sitting on 100 games, and since May, Donut Dodo and Retro Highway are your main speaks. I mean, come on. We need to see a little bit more out of this company just to get us excited again. And I think that's what a lot of people are upset about. Not that Donut Dodo is a bad game, but they heard we got bangers coming, like honest to God AAA bangers, and we haven't really seen them this year, and we're halfway through the year.
Slap Fight is amazing, Kevin. Slap Fight.
Slap Fight.
It's
I
good.
mean-
It's
I
really
agree.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm on the leaderboard.
Okay, so
There's
so
no
Jeff,
doubt.
wait.
This is the AAA shooter cab. I mean, if you love shmups, I mean, the iiRcade is at the top of the heap. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean,
You're right, though, Kevin. I mean, they got to get approval from these companies, but how much optimization are they doing? Just add a leaderboard on there. I mean, I get it. They don't want to have to go out and hire 20 developers.
Well,
because they
that's
can't afford
my
to do
question. Michael does a lot of the heavy lifting. At what point do we need to get some help from Michael to get these things, or is it not Michael and we're just waiting for approvals? They're literally sitting around waiting for approvals and trying to get new licenses on board. Is that the point we're at right now, that we can't release anything? that's worth talking about, because I guarantee if Donut Dodo was released with like a AAA banger, Donut Dodo would be that opinion of Donut Dodo would be higher than it is today, because it's released during a dry spell of the iArcade right now, and it's not fair to Donut Dodo because it is an honest to God retro, modern, 100% perfect game.
Cuddles got it right though. AAA titles are not necessarily always the best. Like Donut Dodo is probably more fun than it's definitely more fun than Dig Dug.
Whoa.
Yeah. More fun than Mr. Doodle. But yeah.
Whoa. Don't go
Hold on.
my Dig Dug.
Listen, Dig Dug.
I like Dig Dug a lot.
I mean,
I love
we do get a lot of good games. Like Windjammers is a good example. And we just got Legend of Kage, which is an amazing arcade. If you're into old school arcade, it's a great game and it has Easter eggs in the game that I've discovered.
And Christmas is coming, so I mean, maybe they're saving it for Christmas.
Windjammers
knows?
2 would be good.
I mean,
Well, I'm sure some of the more games will come out once the gold machine is actually out in people's hands. You'll
Right.
start seeing more games trickling out at that point. You know, you release the new machine, even though it's technically really compatible with
same
the old
machine.
machine.
Yeah.
I
got
know,
to
but it's
open the
still it's one of those
faucet.
things where when it's released, then the games start flowing out. Unlike PlayStation 5, which has been released, and is there anything for that thing yet? I don't know. PlayStation 5, have any games to play?
so I got a question for all you guys. What games would need to be released, or what franchises would need to be represented on the iArcade for you to say it has a AAA library? I mean,
Donkey Kong.
That'll never happen.
No,
That'll never
That'll
happen.
never happen.
But you asked.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, but to be honest,
It'll
we
never
need to
happen.
see. We need to see the 100 games they're sitting on, and then I'll rate.
Yeah, I mean, what are these sitting on?
Oh,
If they
there
have
you go.
100
Yeah.
games,
Yeah, let's just rate
open
what
up
they
that
have.
faucet, let a couple drip out. I mean, it's time. It's time not to be so stingy with the
Drip 'em.
games.
Hashtag
I would
drip.
personally like to see
'Cause,
something
you know,
like a 3D fighter.
The iArcade community is
Like Tekken or
impatient.
something?
We can't wait. We need
Yeah, like
more.
Tekken, Soul Calibur would be even better. You know what I mean? Rival Schools, Project Justice. Give us
I like
I
to
know
see
they
some
have a
Tekken.
connection
Get some
with
Tekken out
Iron.
there.
Get Moon Patrol.
Moon
Arcade
Patrol,
One doesn't
that's a great
want it.
game.
Scoop it up,
There's all
man.
kinds
Yes.
of reimagined Amico games that are sitting out
Oh,
there. They need to make
They're
some money
sitting
back
on my
on.
shelf right there.
The recharged games.
Unless
Oh,
Cat
nice.
Rat, you think they're coming out with that? I don't know. Maybe
All the recharged games are amazing too. The Atari
That'd
recharged
be even
games.
better with Glenn's accessories.
They know what they're
Glenn,
doing.
Are there games that are going to kind of come out in conjunction with your accessories at the same time? Is it going to be like, here's the
Oh, I gotta tell you,
and a bunch of trackball games?
Glenn's glitching. He's about to tell us something.
He's not because Donut Dodo's moving.
Yeah, his screen's moving.
Oh, stop moving!
He had us going too.
We missed it.
I will say that yes, things will be announced with the controls. There's no point in announcing one without the other.
Right.
So
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
You guys think that everything needs to be like a mystery where every Friday we don't know if something's coming out or
No.
not, or they should just let us know in
Yeah.
advance?
I've always said they can
I-
publish a schedule.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. Even if it's a 2-week schedule and it's floating, at least it gives you an idea. Waking up on Friday and seeing
I know it's
Slap
an
Fight,
old. I know it's an old thing to
slap in the
say.
face.
P-Dub says it, and I say it. We all say it is. It also depends on the licensee when things can actually really be announced as well. It's not always. We always pick on the companies, but a lot of times it's out of their hands until they really sign off on everything. And you'd be surprised how long these things take to be signed off on. You think it'd be so simple. Oh, you haven't played this game has not been out in like 40 years, and like, oh yeah, but yeah, you have to sign your life away, and it does. So you have to realize that as well. But I will say, some cool stuff coming. Not that I know. But there's some
Yeah,
cool
how do you
stuff
know?
coming.
If you did know, it would be cool.
I'm sure there's
He
a lot of
knows.
stuff that not just you, but like Michael and John probably are just like itching to tell everybody and
Yeah.
wish they could say something, but they know they can't.
Yeah, there.
And
there
it keeps
are-
everybody talking. Everybody keeps
There-
talking.
And P-Dubs, because a lot of times P-Dubs really he's forced the hands a couple of times. He really twisted them a couple of
I
times.
heard P-Dub say that if all they have is Donut Dodo come out this year, it's not going to be a good end of the year review for iArcade. They need to
Yeah.
open the faucet for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, they have basically 5.5 months left to. I mean,
Let's go.
at the end of the year, what are you going to say your successes were? We released a revamped cabinet.
Time's
We
ticking
added-
away.
We added new features and new accessories and new firmware things. But the number one thing that sells video games are
Video
games.
games.
So they have 5.5 months to release some pretty solid titles to avoid people saying they had what you might call the sophomore jinx or second year jinx. Because their first year was great. I mean, look, you have to admit, guys, they got what, 300 titles,
300 games,
Retromania Wrestling,
and then the
Nightcrawler,
slowdown,
Dead Cells,
a lot of Dead Cells, a lot of great
can't wait
games,
for that.
a lot
Scanline
of
Burger
options.
Time. I mean, classic games,
But-
Elevator
Dragon's
Action,
Lair?
Dragon
But
Slayer.
we were talking about this in MCAP's Discord. Is ever since the whole Mutant Football League thing happened, I noticed myself personally, and this is just my speculation, a big change in Jong, where Jong now doesn't want to say anything. No teases, no hype.
But
if you guys remember that first year, we were teasing and hyping everything. Everything that we were allowed to get away with that wouldn't piss off an IP holder, we were doing. You know what I mean?
And
But
a couple
it's
times,
at
But the
it's at the
fear
point-
of failure can't hold
Right.
back people being excited
I
about
know.
iRcade.
I
They
know.
need to
They're
like
telling
split
us-
the
and I think-
balance.
I
There
think
are
I would
games from the
understand
Kickstarter that are
Right.
still not
if
out yet.
they had a
There's zero
problem and the
Gunner.
game couldn't come out.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
there's got to be a happy medium in my opinion. Jong doesn't feel there is a happy medium like before the MFL incident. Like he doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But I think there's a way you can excite folks. Like I've even mentioned to Jong. Well, why not just say, hey, you know what, guys, it's August. We're looking on getting a couple of sports titles released. We're working on a couple of run and gunners. Like at least give us like a genre.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so worried about here comes like the end of the month and someone going, they promised 2 run and gunners and we never got them. This company's going under. They're going out of business. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of panic attack people who follow this company, and I don't get it. I mean, they're ready to jump out the window every time something happens or doesn't happen. But still, I understand that the Mutant Football League thing kind of changed how they handle announcements. I just wish there was a way they could find a happy middle ground to keep the hype going, right?
Yeah,
To keep the hype
exactly.
going.
So, P-Dubs, I gotta say, you guys like to do your end of the year, awards. If you were doing a mid-year home arcade company of the year, right here, right now, putting your toes to the fire, who would it be?
Who's got to go?
Toy Shock.
It would have to be. Oh, this is easy, hands down. New Wave Toys because they released a Cuba
Yep.
Hubert for the win.
Oh, hey,
Hubert. It's all about Hubert. I got a little Hubert cabinet. That's all that counts. No, I really don't want to answer that question right now. I mean, yeah, because we're supposed to just be talking about the iiRcade, not about all the other companies.
Right, and we just need more licenses, whether it's independent retro companies, whether it's indie developers, scoop us up some more things to play, and we'll be happy. I mean, I have a lot to play that I love right now, but we're always looking for more. That's the thing about an expandable machine.
Yeah.
Got lots of space free.
Do you think that's part of like the curse of being an expandable machine instead of one like an arcade one-up where you purchase it,
Absolutely.
it has its built-in games, you know what you're getting, like, because you have so many people that have this cabinet, but everybody is constantly posting on Facebook, I want this game, I want this game, and everybody has a different opinion or a different type of game that they like. Me personally, if they didn't, and this is just me speaking, if they didn't release anything for the rest of this year, I'm still not getting through all of the games I have to play on this right now because I'm a big shoot 'em up fan, and I have so many to play. But it's like, I don't know. I guess I've even made the statement that even if they release Shredder's Revenge on it, 1 week later people will be complaining, asking what's next. Like you're never going to satisfy.
That with Mayhem Brawler.
I don't see people over in the @games forums saying like, this sucks because they didn't get this game in their arcade net. They're not getting
Well, in the
anything
early
in their
days,
You don't need it.
in the early days,
Because the
they
coin
did.
offsets, you don't need
P-Dubs
it.
can
I mean,
tell
you
you.
can
In
play
the
everything
early
on it right
days,
now.
So
in the
What
early
did Glenn
days of
say?
at games, people complained all the time. They complained all the time.
Yeah. What's funny is when At Games first started and ArcadeNet only had like what, Glenn, like 10 or 12 games, and then it slowly expanded.
This
to
is
about
horrible. It's overpriced. What are we getting?
And then it expanded to about 50 games or so. over time, that first year, every week they'd be like, we added 2 more games to ArcadeNet. We added like Captain Tomaday and something else. And of course, the community would be like, this sucks. We need Mortal Kombat. We're Street Fighter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was the same thing there.
Right.
As it
So
is
it's like Battlestar
You know what I mean?
Galactica. What's happened before, it happens again. It's just people do forget because we're human and we forget. But the same thing happened to all the other companies.
Yeah. And then AtGames gave owners like a bunch of Taito games for free, which was pretty incredible. But then after that, they stopped pursuing new games, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to open our system, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, each company does it differently, right?
Hey, Glenn, and Glenn and P-Dubs, you guys got the new gold cabinet. Will you be putting in that automatic 4-way, 8-way joystick thing?
Yes. So I haven't had a chance to do a bunch of videos. It's this funny thing called work and having a life outside of gaming. But the gate switch I have right now, the servos are large, and as Papa Brad found out that it doesn't fit in too well in the iiRcade without having to make a modification. Now my Tron Sticks gate switcher is designed differently with the servo inverted, so it works in there no problem. I've done that to all my machines, and that's fine. We've actually got a couple of servos that are smaller, that actually higher torque and better gear ratio that I'm testing right now, and it looks like they will fit in without any modifications to the machine. We'll just pretty much pop in, connect right to the bat tops in there right now. So I haven't had a chance to do a video, but the the plan is to do that, and I want it in there because I love Burger Time, and even Dodo can work really well with a 4-way locked gate. So
Love
the
the
answer to
gate
your question
switcher.
is right. So the gate,
As a current user, love it. Love it. It's fantastic.
Wait. Hey, Glenn, will your 4 to 8-way, will it fit in the control panel without having a hole in the bottom?
That's the thing.
Yes.
So
Saw that hole.
with the pop-up bread, with the original servos,
I don't want to do that.
With the original servos, you'd have to if you were to replace your sticks with my Tron switch, patent by the way, in case people wanted to borrow the design,
Who would do that?
would fit in there as well. But the new servo we have, I'm hoping to fit in there without requiring any cutting. So to answer your question, Patrick, I'm just having a chance to do the video. I'm working on that, so I'm hoping the answer will be yes. So clip in, no cutting whatsoever.
Wow.
Glenn, can the gate switcher do the diagonal gate as well?
Well,
Or
that's
is it
something
just
I
4 to 8?
know. P-Dub's a huge Kubert fan. I love Kubert, so I will say that one of my partners has a design which can take your regular stick and turn it into a accurate Kubert stick and back again. So that's one of our projects we're working on. We need more time in the day, type of thing.
And there's always the Uplay option too, which is an easy piece that just snaps on. That gives you a Kubert gate or a 4-way gate. And Congo Bongo is set up for diagonal control like that, so you can play authentic Congo Bongo using that Uplay restrictor gate.
Glenn, is it possible, like with the gate, for it to be switched automatically just by, like, built into software where you go to a game? Because not everybody would know, that's not as knowledgeable.
The answer to your question is that we already do that now. So Stefan Berger, one of our partners, has it working with Windows, has it working with RetroPie, has it working with Linux, and I will say I've been talking to John. So I can leave it at that. But the answer, yes, we absolutely support software-controlled gates. If the game is a game that uses 4, it would automatically change for you, and 8 would change for you as well. So the answer is Brooklyn Menace, absolutely yes.
Glenn, I have a question for you. When are you going to do this full time? We need you full time in the community doing this.
Well, I actually hoped that there's always that hope. We always want to do what we love, and I do have a passion, for this and doing these type of things. But I'm going to be honest. I probably made like 13 cents because I'm not in it for the money. Every dime we've gotten from one product, we pour into the next project and pour into the next project. When I tell you something coming in November, I've been talking about my own game console. That's not going to be a Click Chameleon, and it's not going to be an Amico. It'll be more of an Atari VCS, but actually good.
Whoa.
But if you
Okay.
you think
So
about
I-
it though, Glenn, you've got some great products, and you're not making any money now. But that one day when you put something out that will make you some money, people will come running to you and start shoving money under your door because they trust what you
I kind of
put
hope
out.
that, but sometimes
The
people just go.
reputation is-
Some people just go there with it and borrow things versus actually coming to it. So that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. 'Cause I put a lot of time and effort into that, years actually. So
It's good to see a home arcade company that's smart enough to work with you, Glenn.
Well, I'm going to say also as well. At games, I've tried to work with them as well, and PK and those guys were really good, but they have a lot of things going on as well, and I couldn't get the time I needed to really properly support what I needed to work with them. I'm hoping PK, as time goes forward, will have a little more resources available to me that we can get those things going again, because I actually have a prototype in my Legends Ultimate, my trackball. I mean, it works. But then they changed design to a different protocol, and we never got it to work again. I wasn't going to release it with one machine in mind, and not everyone's. That's not the way I want to do it.
Right.
So with Zhang and Michael, these guys are hardcore. They want to do what I believe in, which is treat you guys right, do it the right way, and with quality. And his machine, from the boxing to putting it together to playing it to the performance of the board, it's top quality stuff. It is. And I'm going to make sure that when we do our things here, and it's my promise to you guys, is I'm going to make sure that you guys have that same experience with additional controllers for these games that are coming out in the future. Because I'm working now with Sinden. I'm working with a couple of the people I can't talk about just yet, but we really want to have. I want to say what's that old word they used in Marvel? They had they had all the Reed Richards. They were like the Cabal.
Oh, Illuminati.
Illuminati. I want to have that for the small guys, us, right? Mm-hmm. Like Do It Yourself Retro Arcade, Tulsa Arcade, all these other small companies that I'm working with, we're partnering. We're going to try and make ourselves strong enough to where companies can take notice a little bit more, because these guys make some really good products. Not just me, all my partners make really good products.
It's about getting the right members of the band, right? You don't go into a band and be like, I'm going to play bass, I'm going to play the guitar, I'm going to sing, I'm going to do the drums.
Right.
Hey, you need a good spinner. Who does the best spinner? Glenn does the best spinner. You need a good, marquee. You got a marquee guy. You need the good software. You go to the software guy. You go.
Right.
It's about putting together the right people
that
are good at what they're doing.
And I want to promote those people. I mean, it's been a while since I updated my end credits. They're like 50 minutes long. I know that. But in my end credits, I try and promote other channels. I try and promote other people's products. And I've been doing that since day one, because it's not just about me. It's about all these people who do these hard work in the community that deserve recognition. And, I feel strongly about that. And you guys as well. If I ever get a chance to update my end credits, you'll be in there. It'll be 2 hours long. But the point is that no one person does everything perfect. But there's a lot of people who have great ideas out there. And it can be one small idea from somebody that can really help everyone. And they deserve some recognition for it.
We recognize you, Glenn. Thank you for your work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Hey, we got CT Jason back. What's up, buddy?
I don't know some distance, but I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear, man.
That's a lot better than last time. Yeah, sorry about that. I was still listening, though. I was just working. But I'm back.
Building up the bodies out in the lake. I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You're a
Body
movie
count
star.
continues.
When did you start working with? When did you start working with Freddie?
You didn't say that. I get down every now and again.
I know.
I gotta make that money.
You're just breaking into animation. I mean, you're everywhere.
You're
I can't
everywhere,
escape
man.
the CT Jason.
Everywhere.
Hey, man,
Never gets
now that
old.
he's here, I can say it's gonna be a great day. Glad you
That's
made it.
right. Y'all been streaming for a minute. How long?
I know.
2 hours.
We're about to end it.
We're
Hey, man,
We're
it's
gonna-
time to say goodbye to everybody.
gonna
Right
wrap
on
it up.
time.
Hey, CT,
We love you, CT
I
Jason.
promised I would give you crap about when's the next episode of the Home Arcade Championship.
Oh yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. That's coming up real soon.
Sure it
I
is.
just had to take a quick break and say a lot of editing. We had to restructure the whole thing, but it's gonna look good. You'll see. Coming up next week.
It's coming when
You're the
Space
best,
Invaders
Phil.
Next week,
comes
he
out.
said, holding to
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Mark your
Right.
calendar. Mark
We're
your
gonna have to
calendar.
replay the first episode before it.
Yeah.
Catch everyone up.
Coming out with
It's so
Space
long.
Invaders. We're gonna have Space Invaders and second episode.
No, we'll
Going to
see.
Dodo.
It's a
Thanks.
sneak peek. We'll see.
We know it's gonna be worth the wait because the first episode was amazing.
I promise. I'm gonna hook it up. That's a promise. Sorry for the delay, folks. Shit happens.
It is summertime. A lot of counselors out.
You can make it up to us with a face reveal.
That's right. CT Jason is a hardcore iiRcade fan. He's one of the first 10 purchasers of an iiRcade. So I can't wait to see his review. We have two other great reviews with P-Dubs and Glenn. And let's get them cabs, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, Mike will be the game genie. He got his Dead Cells, so he'll have reviews soon for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
So that's one wrap, right? P-Dubs all around it. That's not three separate. Okay.
Yeah.
Rub it in, Kev. Rub it in.
The only one that's not
His
wrapped
goes
is
all, the
Double
art goes all the way
Dragon.
around.
Yeah.
Double
rub
Dragon,
it
you
in.
got to put the artwork on yourself.
You know, speaking of which, Brad, are you able to share my screen, or do we have to?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I need help from everyone on the panel, as well as all the viewers. So, in my review, I mentioned that I would really like to have white buttons on this cabinet. Do you guys agree, disagree with me, or should we mix up like white and blue, like baby blue, or
White and blue. White and blue would be fire.
White
and blue would be nice.
White and blue.
like white on player 1 and blue on
Yeah.
player 2.
Yeah.
Glenn, what do you
Get
think?
rid of that red.
Well, if to go for the original style, the red button should be white.
Yeah.
Player 1 controllers for the Space Invaders, and I think the blue might really pop on there as well. So you might have something there, P-Dubs.
Like a baby blue or a dark blue?
I think a baby blue might be better.
Yeah, baby
and
blue.
I agree with you said in your video, P-Dubs. You know, the buttons and joystick colors should kind of match a little more to the control panel. It was a good point you made in your video as well.
What's cool is you can change them out and you don't have to void your warranty anymore, right? Because
I was looking and I was like, okay, wait a minute. I'm about to order how many? 612, 18.
It's a lot of buttons to order.
18 white buttons. I'm like, is that just too much white buttons?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it might be excessive. So.
Did you pass the feedback on to Michael about the buttons, P-Dubs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure they watched my review, so I'm sure they got the feedback. But,
Yep,
you know, I've been telling them ever since they first showed this off that it should have white, more predominantly white buttons. So. We'll see.
That white
Some people
circle
say
in the
white
center
blue.
is screaming.
White and
Put a
baby
track
blue. I
ball
want to
here.
see what that looks like. That'll look good.
I might go for all your admin buttons on top. Maybe go black or something for those. And just have white for player 1 and just blue for player 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out without it looking stupid. Figure it out.
Don't forget the light up.
We don't want it to. No one wants to do it to make it look stupid, P-Dubs.
Well, it
Are you going to do light up buttons? They're gonna
We'll let
have
you know.
lights?
No,
We don't want a lower rating of that game.
Can I be honest? Like, I don't like a lot of LED buttons. You know
Me
what I
neither.
mean? Like,
Right. Glows in your face.
it's ETA Prime started that shit. he needs to be shot for that.
Wow, that's
a joke.
harsh.
That's a joke. You know what I mean? Like those LED, but like everyone's like,
Don't
I
say
gotta
that
have
with CT
LED.
Jason here.
We
gotta have these
apologize to the
LED
fans
buttons.
of light up buttons.
I gotta have these.
Hey, it's okay.
Listen to
Every
CT Jason.
time-
Like, for
when
instance-
you try to fit in, you'll
Think about it.
disappear.
Think about it. This thing has 18 buttons plus the light up power button.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're talking 19 light up buttons on one control.
Yes, sir.
Tell me that's not the stupidest
Listen to
crap in the
CT.
world. Like
Christmas time, baby. It's Christmas time.
the one light up button is enough. The power button.
Every button
It
a
makes it
different color.
special.
Let's
It makes
make
it
this thing
special.
Christmas lights.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree.
I unplugged
yeah,
my
that's
LED
true.
lights as they're
They're
done.
on the ship. They're probably not
I
going to
mean,
change them now, but
We've gone through the whole
you can always
gambit,
mod.
right? We had the
That's what
light
we
up
do with every
buttons,
arcade one up we
we
get.
had the
Every
light up
arcade one up I
control
have, I've
decks,
modded.
We had the light up backlighting.
Hey, could I make a request
Yes,
that
you
they
did.
speed mine up so it gets here before my wife gets home from vacation?
We'll be watching reviews on everybody.
I could just kind of blend it in. She'll never know.
I had this.
She doesn't.
It's like those old pair of shoes. This old thing?
Yeah.
This shoes last. This old thing, I've had it forever. What are you talking about?
Nice comment from the third floor with Jason. He says the power button looks great on these new ones. I agree. Like
it's like
the
Moonlight.
power button.
It does.
The power
Like
button's
you-
awesome. It's
like
always
Jason.
been area for improvement.
But do you need 18 more buttons lit up? 18
No,
more.
no,
I
just the
think I
one.
do.
Enough.
Biscuits Run says iArcade
One.
needs some light, man. Let's light them buttons up. Vegas, baby.
Light them up.
Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, but CT Jason has disco lights all over his arcade
It's
room.
the Jurassic Park analogy. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that do mods out there, and it's like, just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Dude, I love
I see a
I
new
love,
show.
I love my glowing Tempest cab. It just glows. I love it.
To
Reminds
each
me of
their
Tron.
own.
Yeah.
We need a
Everybody
show where
has their
people-
own.
Where
That's
people
cool.
put their mods on the screen, P-dubs, and you judge them. And bring their mods to the screen, to the stream.
Yeah, that's okay.
How about this though? The little button that you press that makes your control panel change colors. That's arcade authentic, isn't it?
The Tron joystick lights up. Are you gonna throw shade at
The
that?
NBA
Come on. Different strokes for
The
different
trackball
folks,
lights
man.
up.
Yeah, P-Dubs, you got a
Trackball
problem with my
lights
Tron
up.
stick
I
lighting
love
up?
a glowing trackball. Oh boy.
No.
Uh-oh.
Look at what's
Okay.
going on now.
The Tron stick lighting up is fine, but there's also not 18
Yeah.
effing buttons on the
Yeah.
control panel that
Yeah.
also
What
light
about
up,
Glenn's
you know?
trackball? It's got all
Hey,
the
look, man.
fancy
I've
lights
got
around
dual
it, and I
pixels
like
behind me. I like stuff flashy.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
love the. I
No,
love the bit that-
P-Dub does make a good point. I mean, my At Games Legends Ultimate, I actually threw in all light up buttons in there. I just never lit them up because I knew it was going to be too much.
Yeah.
It gets
Sometimes-
overpowering.
Sometimes less is more, and I guarantee you.
That's what I
just
told my
having-
girlfriend.
Just
for
having the
CT.
power button,
Yeah, I
light
love
up,
CP Jason.
that's all you need. The power button.
Do you guys think that they could like add like a sound for the startup, like in
They-
a patch?
We've told them that. We've told them that a million times.
Ooh,
it's crying. It's crying for that.
Because I
Put a
noticed that on
dimmer
the new one,
switch on
same
the power
thing.
button. Put a dimmer switch on the power button. That could be the next
No,
thing.
we gotta see it in person. Don't be the judge yet.
The power
Okay.
button looks great. Just having
Power button
one-
looks great
one
to me.
one button with like the little, and it's not like a light up button. It's like that, a little
The ring. It's a moon
the
ring.
ring. The ring lights up, right? So like that is fine. But 18 more buttons lit up is going to look stupid as hell in my
How
opinion.
about light
Stupid.
up bat tops?
No, you don't need that. But you can get like the crystal,
back, Jeff.
like they're like the clear ones where the
Yeah,
light will
yeah.
reflect off of it, and it'll look like they're lit up, but they're really not. You know what I mean? Like you can
Translucent,
get those. They're like cheap ass on Amazon, $5, something like that.
Yeah.
You need EL wire. EL wire around the whole cabinet, so the whole
Yeah.
cabinet just lights up.
Well, what I
The
do
trunk.
like, someone left a comment on my video where underneath that control panel right there, he said you could add like a little 12-inch light strip under there to illuminate the kick panel.
That'd be nice.
And I was like,
You know what?
okay, I can get on board with that. I was
I'm
like,
gonna
I
say
can-
this.
I can
That's
do
where I
that
put.
right
That's
there.
where I put my gate switcher from Glenn, and it does that. It adds a little light right there. That's the perfect place to have a
CP
light.
Dubs, you got to drill a hole now.
That's because you butchered your cabinet, Papa Brad.
I modded my cabinet. I love my cabinet. I'll never
Modded it with a hacksaw.
Hey,
Yeah,
P
y'all are
Dubs.
scared. Y'all are scared.
I had a panic
Did P
attack
Dubs
watching
move
that
a
video.
machine out to put the gold cabinet in? Did you move one out?
I moved the iiRcade Dragon's Lair. iiRcade Dragon's Lair is now out in my loft. I wanted to have the Space Invaders here because I wanted to show it off every time I'm on camera because it's beautiful. So, yep.
Awesome.
I don't blame you.
Good.
It's too
Thanks,
quiet.
guys.
God damn it.
It's bread. It's bread.
So we did have one other great game launch that I haven't really heard anyone talking about, and that's The Legend of Kage. Have any of you played that on iArcade?
I haven't, no. Not that
No?
I have. I can't get past the first level.
Okay.
I thought I played that
Well,
on
there are some secrets in the trees that you can find.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
just
sure I played
jumping
this on
all
my
over the
NES.
place. It's a classic title. I mean, I saw there were people that were really happy when that game came out. It has lots of fans from back in the day. I've never really played it until it came out on iArcade, but I've heard of it.
Okay. You
Could
want
be the
to
next
roll
one.
the clip?
Sure. You have a pretty long clip,
Yeah.
so let's take a look at this.
Brad. Today we're going to play The Legend of Kage, a Taito arcade game made in 1985 that is now available on iiRcade. This is the iiRcade version. Let's coin up. Princess Kiri is kidnapped by an evil warlord. In this game, you are the ninja Kage. You have a short sword and shurikens. One secret in the game is that sometimes in the trees they hide a book. The book kills all the ninjas. It's a really cool effect. Let me see if I can find the book in this playthrough at some point. Yes! Awesome, if you find the book, it kills all the ninjas. That's a cool trick that's in the game. It's like an Easter egg. On this level, there's a hidden book. If you find the book, it kills all the ninjas. Pretty cool. But generally, the book is hidden in the trees. You have ninjas and monks. The monks can shoot fire. When you see the monk that is red, he is usually the end monk, and that'll close your level. Woo. This is a fun game. Definitely an arcade classic. Oh, there's the end boss. Did not get the book this level. I will play until I get the book. Might be a different playthrough, but I want to show you. It's very cool, and it is an Easter egg hidden in the game. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, that is cool." Okay, on this level, really, you just have to kill 10 ninjas. So, it's not so much about running. It's more about killing the 10 ninjas. So you want to kill 10 ninjas. So you'll see there's little circles in the bottom that tells you each time you kill a ninja, you use a circle. Got my 10 ninjas. Sometimes it's called the cave level. Now we're climbing up to the fortress. This level, the main thing is not to get hit by a shuriken. You want to keep jumping. Some people jump straight up. Some people jump diagonally, but you want to keep going up. You can't block shurikens with your short sword if you time it right. But it's pretty hard because sometimes they'll get through. Okay, we're working our way up into the fortress where the princess is. Okay, on this level, my strategy is just to quickly get through the stairs. Be real careful on the stairs because they love to hit you with shuriken on the stairs. Here comes a monk. I usually just run. I want to get through this as quickly as I can. What I'm really doing is I'm not jumping up. I'm not climbing on stuff. I'm just trying to get through without getting hit with a shuriken. The boss. Got him. Once again, there's the princess. Now we go to the top of the fortress. He's going to kill a ninja and then jump off. This is such a cool game. The music in this game is absolute fire. 1985 Taito classic. Now this game, you have to run through the entire sequence twice to really rescue the princess. The princess just got kidnapped again. On the second run through, oh, I gotta kill the boss. There's a boss, but you have to fight 2 bosses. So I will fight an end boss here. Then I'll fight a different end boss if I make it through the whole run a second time.
What you about to beat the game or something?
Just a little strategy, because I've noticed a lot of people, I mean, this is a hard game. You have to do a little strategy to get through it. The seasons change. Now it's fall. No! I saw that shuriken coming too. I'm just going to try to run through this and get to the ninjas. There he is. Unless I see the book. Let's see the book. I'm going in the trees and getting it. Love the book mechanic. Gotta look
At
for
least
the book.
you got infinite ammo.
This forest level. There's the book hidden in the trees usually. Yeah, basically my strategy is I use the throwing stars to kill the ninjas, and I use the short sword to deflect the shield, shurikens are thrown at you. Arcade game, things like that. Ooh, close. Stop fighting him. Run. This game is fun. There it is. There's the book. Go for it. I'm going for it. Once you find out about the book, you're always going to look for it. Missed it. It's so fun to try to get it. Get the book. Get the book. Yes. Yeah. There we go. This is a pretty good run through.
Once you beat the game.
This is I'm going to show you the end in a minute. This is one of those classic games that it never ends, but it does do loops. The final boss, usually the ninja, the red, the monk. Good to see you, Mike. Coming up. Thank you. This is a sleeper. It's hard though. Be prepared. It's not an easy game. Coming out in time now. Did I see him? There he is. Oh,
yeah, this shit ain't no joke. That shit looks hard.
It is, because you have to jump with the stick. So you're just like all over the place.
Yeah, we got Kenzo Games. Great game. We did the preview of his game. Awesome game coming up. Check this one out. It's a lot of fun. This has been Papa Brad's Gaming. Thanks for watching.
Good job, Papa Brad.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Brad, you gotta start adding legit stuff.
Can everybody hear him?
No.
Speed up.
Papa's cutting out his audio because he's giving him a compliment, you know.
I don't want my head to swell up too much.
Did the audio disappear? Did the audio
Totally did.
Heard nothing. All right. So what I was trying to. So what happens is when you roll a video on StreamYard, because you've got 10 other people called into the show, there's an audio delay before it goes back to like their server pulling your microphones. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So that's what's happening there. So.
Okay.
But yeah. What I was gonna say, what I was trying to say, Brad, is you always say legit. Why is legit not like one of your taglines? Like when you end your video,
Exactly.
you're like, "This is Papa Brad's Gaming. Stay legit." You know what I mean? Like I want to hear
need to
legit.
do that. That's a great idea.
It's your moniker.
I know. I need to do that. Thank you.
You know,
I'm getting tips from my favorite YouTuber, one of my favorites. Thank you.
Yeah. And that game sucks, by the way. I hate that.
That game is awesome, and I challenge you to try to get to the end.
That game, although Papa Brad is legit.
Tough as nails.
Papa
80s
Brad is
arcade.
legit. That game is not legit. That game is bullshit.
It is kind. It is
We'll
kind
see.
of annoying to play. I picked it up. It's like a pain in the ass. You're jumping and floating all over the place.
Hey, look.
I'm not the old. I'm sitting there looking at it like, oh, this nice parallax scrolling, and I'm like trying to think of like good things to say about it, and I'm like, this just doesn't look fun to me.
No, that game is bad dudes bad. That's how bad.
It's hard. It's just a good game.
People who like that game probably. I mean, there's a whole group.
God,
of
the
people
music
that
is
like-
awesome.
That love it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nostalgia there.
To
Does
me,
he say,
to me,
I'm bad when he
okay.
rescues the princess.
I love looking for that scroll. I don't know.
This is the
every
cool thing
time
about
that game could be
arcade.
changed to the magic scroll game because I just love finding that in those trees.
We could pick a game, any game in the library, and some of us would be like love it, and some of us would be like hate it, and that's the beauty of this system is you put
give
the
us
games on it
variety.
that you want that you like, and this game may not be for P-dubs, but Kev Grat might be like I love Legend of Kage because it's pronounced Cage, not Kage. Weirdos.
No, I've been saying Cage all these years. It's actually
I have too. Legend of Kage and Tato games.
Let's play
I'll
that
play
Tato
some
game.
Tato. Some Jungle King.
That's a good one. I like that one.
When you're growing up, you're
Elevator
left
action.
devices. You know, you don't know how it's pronounced when you're 12. You see,
There was no YouTubers
It
to
looks
tell
like
us how to
Kage,
say
and
these. We
nobody's
just looked at the
correcting you. Like,
cartridge.
hey, it's Kage. You know, it's on the NES. It looks like it's Cage. What else are you gonna do when you're
How many
12?
people knew how to say Dalsum growing up?
Yeah, exactly.
No one.
No
I didn't even
one.
know how to say
How
Burger
about,
King. It was
how about
Burger King,
Mjolnir? How about Thor's hammer?
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
could say that
No
before
one.
the Marvel Universe movies? Mjolnir.
One of my pet peeves though is SNES. I can't stand it when people use that.
You
Like
like
nobody
SNES?
back in the day
No.
called it SNES.
Super
Nobody.
Nintendo, yeah.
Or SNES.
SNES
yeah.
is what we called it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the
Super.
new
Yeah.
generation, those millennials.
SNES.
WTF?
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up. Let's just go around the horn, see what everyone's got going on. Who wants to start? Let's start with Retro.
Thank you so much for having me on today. I have a lot of fun on my channel, Retro Arcade Music Man. Coming up, an arcade tour I'm pretty sure P-dubs have been to.
Tours.
It's called the Electric Bat Arcade, and we're going to talk about the pinball machine.
Wait. You're here in Arizona?
Sounds like pinball.
Yes, sir.
You're here in Arizona?
Yeah, West Side. You know it.
Dude, wait, you're on the West Side?
I'm
East Valley, bro. We're not allowed to be friends. I'm on the East Valley.
I know. But we can meet at the arcade. We can meet at the arcade. I've been to Level Up.
Dude,
You can meet on
I'm there.
neutral ground and settle
if
it at
you're-
the arcade.
If you're here in Arizona, hit me up. Message me.
Absolutely.
We'll
You
get
got
together
it. So-
and do something. But go ahead.
Yes, sir.
And
Big
that
fan.
barcade is awesome, by the way. I love that.
Yes, it is. So yeah, I got that coming up, and I have a lot of fun. I tell stories, and we do things over on my channel. So please check me out.
Who wants to go next?
You want to go Herbivores?
Herb.
I'll volunteer. So
He just took over.
He
I'm
is controlling the
buttons here, so I get to do what I want. All right, so yeah, tomorrow night I have the Friday night arcade show. We do it every Friday night. The only weekend we skipped last Friday, but we'll be back again tomorrow night. But before that, please make sure that you're checking out the iiRcade Zone. They have a great summer tournament going on. You can win prizes just for entering. So make sure you check out the iiRcade Zone tomorrow night, and I'm sure they will talk all about their tournament. And then they join me on my show where the iiRcadians and iiRcade Zone come together as one, and we play games with the community and talk about what's going on in the world of iiRcade.
It's a good show.
It's a great show.
There's not mine.
Okay.
All right, let's bring
Anyone
up
else?
Herb Wars.
No, I'm good,
Herb.
man. You guys can pass.
Okay.
See,
Herb Wars,
made
I would
the
like
right
to say
decision.
thank you for
You
coming
gotta
on.
say goodbye.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you
on our
all for
show.
having
It's
me.
kind of a
I
last
appreciate
minute thing. I just really wanted to invite you on the show because you're always
This
in the
guy's a
community.
gamer.
He is a gamer, and I'm just glad you were able to come on. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I
Look,
appreciate you guys.
even if
having
he
me
has
on.
nothing to promote, he made a great point earlier before we started the show about some of these games on the iiRcade and how much they actually cost to actually try to purchase a physical copy of some of these games.
Oh, absolutely. Like Batsugan is $200 loose, and you need a Japanese Sega Saturn, and you need the RAM card to actually play it. If you want to play it legit, Papa Brad. I mean,
Thank
you could
you.
always download it
I need some
illegally,
legit.
but
No one
So,
will
I
do
mean,
that. That's not right.
I just want to point out that Herb Wars has the coolest hat on this panel.
That is
Awesome, man. That's
Look at
nice.
that hat, dude. I want that hat.
Herb Wars is just a cool dude, and I just wanted him to come on. I said, look, come on the show for us today.
That's so cool.
The
Yeah, I
All-Star
wish he didn't
panel.
work so much because Herb would play way more video games if his job wasn't so demanding. That guy loves video games.
yeah, I mean, I'm surrounded by them, so.
It's awesome.
So I'll go next. No one else wants to go.
Mikey
All
J.
All right, so I do new videos, new Lego videos, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my main channel, Mikey J Productions. But I also have a gaming channel, MJP Games and Movies, that you can see me in Retro Arcade Music Man streams and some other places there. But that's more the arcade content and games and stuff like that. That's where I'm putting that stuff. And right now I'm during my summer hours, so I'm not doing as much there. But I got at least one video going up a week on that channel. But then after Memorial Day, or Labor Day, I should say, I'll be hitting it hard on both channels. And, come if you miss my little presence on here, maybe I'll show up a little more often. But also come and check out my gaming channel, MJP Games and Movies.
Yeah, it's good.
Go ahead, Jeffrey. Oh, Kev.
You've been playing some
You
some
just
tournaments
skip
on the
chat.
weekend on your new golf game. Talk about that.
Yeah, first of all, thank you everybody. This was an esteemed panel tonight, and even be on this panel was amazing. Thanks, Brad, for bringing me on. The last couple weeks, the Rexer Show and I have been doing a real Golden Tee competition. Last week we did it on his channel. This week we did it on my channel. So if you want to watch two people who can't play Golden Tee, play Golden Tee, subscribe to our channels. And when I'm not doing that, and when Rexer wants to talk positive about the home arcade community, he brings me along on his stream, and we just praise every company up and down the line. So keep an eye. We're going to do a show soon, probably. And that's pretty much all I have. Thanks again. It's good meeting you, Ram, tonight. Urbors, P-Dubs, Glenn, everybody. Thank you.
Definitely.
Rainwater, you have anything going on?
Well, I have a channel called Rainwater Games. I haven't made a lot of videos lately. Thank you, Brad, for inviting me on. This has been a lot of fun. But if enough of you guys go over there and subscribe, I will make a short video about an arcade cabinet that nobody has. None of you guys have this, because there's only one in the world. And I don't know if this will even show up. Oh, you can't even see it.
Oh, I see it a bit.
A little bit.
Colonoscopy party?
The Simpsons colonoscopy party.
No, that's a
You
game.
know
wow.
you want to see a video about that, right?
What is
right?
that?
You'll find out. I'll make a video.
I tell you,
There
I
you
beat
go.
that game.
It is
Colonoscopy
very
party.
disturbing.
I feel like I'm living that game.
Take your fiber, Glenn.
Yeah.
P-Dubs, what do you have going on?
P-Dubs.
I will have more content for that new cabinet coming soon. There's a lot of cool things that actually will work on it via those nice little USB ports, as well as some subwoofer speaker mods, things like that. As well as I got content for the Steam Deck, Batacera, all that kinds of stuff. I got lots of videos in the hopper, lots of product reviews coming. So yeah, guys, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So check out the channel, but also subscribe to all these guys. Good people. Thanks for having me on, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dubs.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Glenn's Retro Show.
First,
What do you have
Pop Breads, I want to thank you for inviting me on. And some guys I didn't know before definitely hit me up. I like to talk to guys a little bit more. It's definitely a good group of guys here. Same with P-Dubs. You know, I have some product reviews still have to do, more stuff on the gold, a lot of testing still to do with some products coming out. I will say that the Akari Warriors joystick's getting very close to being completed, and I'm really excited about that one. Being able to play Akari Warriors and Frontline the proper ways. I can't wait to get those going. That's really it. And then my colonoscopy, I guess, is a video game now that Rainwater has. So you'll see me bent over and having fun.
Yeah.
CT Jason, you still there?
Yes, I am. Oh, y'all want to know what I'm doing? Y'all see that picture right there? Does anybody know who that is?
That's the Wonder Bread He-Man.
He-Man.
That's right,
That's
sir.
trivia.
The Wonder, that's right, Wonder. Mattel Creations just released it a couple weeks ago, and that shit was hard to get. And I got a few of them. So I'm going to do a review on that tomorrow. And then other than that, I'm giving away a MK Countercade cab on Saturday. Anybody that comments on my video for the 30th edition cab, you'll be eligible to win that cab for free. I'm paying for shipping. It's all yours. And then other than that, Home Arcade Championship, I'm going to finish that up. That's all I got going on.
We gotta get him a new cell phone microphone.
I met up with the guys from RetroSoft a few weeks ago, and they gave me a small stack of these beautiful double-sided Retromania wrestling posters, and we're going to be giving away the first one tomorrow night on the Friday Night Arcade Show.
Sweet.
And Papa Brad's going to be coming to us live tomorrow night on the Friday Night Arcade Show.
That's right.
From Southern Fried Gaming.
Be coming from
Delicious.
Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I would like to thank all of our guests for coming on tonight. And I have a little video trailer for the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. If you see me there, even if I'm filming, just come up and say hi to me. Anyone in the community that sees me, just come talk to me. But I'm excited to go. Going to play some pinball, my favorite thing. So.
All right, let's take a look at where Papa Brad will be coming to us live tomorrow night.
This is Papa Brad's Gaming, and I'm excited to say I will be covering the Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta, Georgia, from July 15th through July 17th. Here's a little bit of what you can expect.
Feel the beat, tap your feet, now we're just begun. Check the town, sing around, this is how it's done. Everyone hit the floor, now we're really gonna get things started. Well, everybody, yeah, everybody, yeah. Take it up to the top, man, the party never stop. Make it loud, make it clear, let us know we're here. Well, everybody, yeah, everybody, yeah. Throw your hands in the air, and if you do, and if you dare, turn it up, shake it down, and the world will spin another round.
Will you be wrestling, Brad?
So if you see me at the expo, be sure to come up and say hi. This has been Papa Brad's Gaming. I'll see you there.
Sounds like you won't be bored.
No.
Good times.
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting.
Behave yourself over there.
Take care.
Lots to look at.
See you again in 2 weeks.
All right,
wow.
we ending it
All right,
now,
everybody.
Brad? All right,
See you all later. I'm
I'm
going
gonna kick
home.
in the outro, but remember, you have to stop the stream.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Don't cross the
Take care,
streams,
everybody.
though. Just stop it. Don't cross.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all next time.